sound. Echo in the heart's core. Ride like never before. Pedals screaming, wind howl. Freedom rushes through the soul. Chase the night, break the dawn. Never stop, keep rolling on.
Dudes, here we go, guys. Sorry about the black screen there. Just getting caught up, a little bit tired today. Let's get it on. Shaka Khan. Dudes, we're live. It is 4:48 a.m. in the morning for me, live from the Emerson compound, just east of Didsbury, Alberta, Canada. Winter has begun. Not that bad yet, though. We had our first winter storm last week. I think they said there was 212 cars in the ditch. Between Calgary and I think it was Red Deer. That's kind of where the storm blasted through. I probably saw 30 of them myself. Got way worse north of here. Dudes, today, women's elite and men's elite coming up, guys. UCI World Cup, Tabor in Czech Republic. This is round one of the UCI World Cup. Let's get it on, folks. It's going to go off right now. Just getting caught up here. Let's see if everything's working good. We look good, man. We look good. We're here. Dudes, remember, so what we're doing here is, if you've seen the channel before, I'll be watching the video on flow bikes. And I will be trying to show you all the stats and details that I can here on Pro Cycling Stats. And whatever fun stuff I decide to show you today. Actually, there's a few things I need to do right now. I wonder if I can do this on the fly. Yep, we'll do that. Start list, guys. Let's take a look here. Lucinda Brand, Inga van der Heijden, Manon Baker, Leonie Benveld, Aniek van Alphen, Denise Betsema, Anna-Marie Verst. It just goes on and on, guys. Sharin van Anrooy here. Let me have a quick look at Sharin here. You know, this name is just stuck in my head right now. And she must ride road as well. Yep, she rides road as well. Here we go, folks. I knew it. Video feeds now coming through from Tabor in Czech Republic. I think I had to go back. I think the last time this race ran in Tabor, I think it might have been 2022. I think it was 3 years ago. It's a pretty technical course as well. Technical course. Let's get it going, guys. So yeah, Sharin van Anrooy here. I did remember her name from road cycling. So guys, I just started doing all the live stuff outside this year. I do know quite a few of the names, but I was very weak on the women's names. Put that on me. That's fine. But yeah, she was at Tour de France Femmes avec Zwift. She was at the Giro d'Italia. Itzulia for the women. Vuelta a España, which they run very early in the year. I could almost see those races being flip-flopped. What do you guys think about that? I think Spain should be the early one like the women do it here, because Spain's going to have better weather, I would say, than Italy. Maybe not. That's hard to say, isn't it? I just think the mountains in Spain may not get as much snow as, like, say, the Dolomites would. There's lots of passes at the Giro that they virtually never run or get canceled, because in May, early June, even doing the Stelvio is pretty hit and miss, suspect. Wow, so Tabor is a nice looking little city here, forested, lots of big apartment complexes, and if you live in one of those apartments, you have the best seat in the house because you're overlooking the course here. Directly overlooking the course. Dudes, I'm going to do this on the sidelines here. I have another window open. We're going to do that right now. We're going to do a new window, pull up Google Maps, and I still need my lit up keyboard because I can't see what I'm doing in the dark, but I'm getting better at it. Tabor. Okay, I made it Tabor. Close enough. Didn't work. And it didn't work again. Tabor. Ha, hilarious. Dude, I was joking with myself because I looked at the name last week. I actually watched the video from 2022. I'm looking at Tabor. And I'm going, Tabor? Dudes, there's a place in Alberta called... Actually, you know what's funny? They got it spelt... Well, they do have it spelled Tabor, Alberta as well. It's actually Tabor, Alberta. It's Taber versus Tobor. Chechen, here we go, guys. Is that where we are? I want to make sure I'm in the right place. Yeah, there we go. Wow, some of these countries are off. I know it was earlier this year. Slovenia and Slovakia really threw me off hard. I don't know why. They just did. So here's Tabor. This is where we're hanging out today, guys. I bet you I could find the racetrack. I should have done this yesterday. Lots of buildings, 2 big open fields. Could it be there? Might be there. I'm also going to pull up another one here. Cyclocross 24. I'll get the map here. Guys, they're just showing overhead camera shots right now of what's going on here. We're going to look at the calendar here. And so it's November 23rd already, guys. This is round 1 of the UCI World Cup CX. Dudes, let's go. Where is Tabor? Right here. Race info. Where is the track? Give me a map. Dudes, already today, there's already been 3 race results. Women's junior, men's junior, and men's under 23. I can see the women going to the start line now. It looks quite chilly here today. They've even got neck gaiters on today. You know, the little gaiter you can pull up around your neck, over your mouth. That's looking like Inga van der Heijden right there. Magali Rochette from Canada here. She's just doing her interview beforehand. In the men's under 23, we have David Haverdings. That's hard to say. Haverdings. David Haverdings. Men's junior, Jomard Bruyere. And for the women's junior, Barbara Bukovska. And she is Czech. Guys, Women's Elite 2024, Fem Van Empel. I don't think she's here today. Positive she's not here. Last year, this is won by Mathieu van der Poel. 2020 would have been Michael van Ternhout. 2021, Lars van der Haar. Love this dude. He's awesome. He's absolutely awesome. So yeah, Fem Van Empel won for the women in 2024, 2022. Lucinda Brand was 2021, 2020. Lucinda Brand is back on, man. She's on. Fem Van Empel will not be here. So dudes, what I'm going to show you now is, let me just bounce to here. Where am I going to capture that? Hang on a second, dudes. And while I'm at it, I'm going to get you out of here because you don't need to be in here anymore. Guys, I'm a little bit sleepy today, I gotta admit it. I think I'm a little bit under the weather. Ladies are just starting to line up on the start list now, and today it must be quite cold here, and by that I mean a mild summer day in Canada. You get my drift. They're all lined up. Some are even wearing puffy jackets, like a lightweight puffy jacket. Well, when I say some, I mean probably most of them. Last week, the CX races, the X2O and the Super Telenets, those were in Belgium. Most of the riders would just come up with an extra jacket over top, just a lightweight jacket over top. Here, the ladies, and I'm sure we're going to see with the men, they're going to be decked out in warmer jackets. Oh, and yeah, looks like they're all wearing leg warmers too. All in leg warmers, whatever you want to call it, tights as I call them. I wonder if they're going to leave them on today. It looks quite cold. A lot of even have like the head covering underneath their helmet, so it must be quite cool here for them today. But again, cool summer day here in Canada. Just having a look, the Clausel sisters are here. Laura Verdenschot. Just looking for names, guys. A couple of Canadians. We got Sydney McGill and Magali Rochette. Sarah Casasola. Yes, here we go, guys. It's getting good. This is getting good right here. Wow, we've got... Let me have a good look at this here. How many are going to be lining up here today? Okay, this is probably showing the juniors as well. No, it's saying women's elite. Okay, hang on. It is saying women's elite. Do we really have 64 lined up? Wow, that'll be a big field. If we got 64 lined up, that is going to be monstrous. That's what I'm seeing here. Dudes, let me take you back here for a second. Okay, we are there. It's going to be a slow lineup. They've only got 4 or 5 riders in the chute right now. Wonder if we're watching replays from earlier. Yeah, so that start list, that's going to be all the riders, because I even see the U23 riders there. If you take a look here, 19, 20 years old, 18 years old. Yeah, so that's going to be all of the riders for today. I think I saw something like there was 29 riders lined up. That's what I thought I saw earlier. But the big names, Lucinda Brand, Inga van der Heijden, Manon Baker, Marion Norbert Riberoli, Marie Schreiber. This lady looks so good on the bike. When I see her like jumping off, dismounting, running her bike, and going over the planks, she's just like so relaxed, and it just seems effortless to her. Whereas I see some other riders, and it's more, I don't know, they're moving just as fast. They're just, yeah, it just seems so effortless. Sarah Casasola, Leonie Bentveld, Aniek van Alphen. Let's take a look at Lucinda Brand here, guys. Take a look at her season so far. Just enjoy that on screen right now. First place, a second, a couple more firsts, a second, and 2 more first places. So, Super Prestige Neil, Super Prestige Merckxplas, and the X2O at the Flandering Cross in Hama. She won the last 3 races. Absolutely smashing it right now. 36 years old. Riders coming to the start line now. Wonder what the temperature is here. I'm going to find out for you right now. Let's get the temperature. How am I going to do that right now? -4 Celsius. Okay, I can see why they're wearing this extra gear. It's -4 Celsius. No one's going to... They're all going to be wearing their tights today. Some of the women are blowing their noses on the start line. With that cold, this is going to make your nose start running right away. I see there are some people in the chat. Welcome aboard, everyone. Live chat. If you're brand new here, dudes, just say something in the chat. Let me know who you're rooting for here in the cyclocross race. Cyclocross is all new to me. What we're going to do, though, guys, is because I like to show where I'm looking at in the world. Maybe we go to window capture 3. Can I do that? Hang on, dudes. Google Maps right here. We're going to flip this one on. We're going to flip that one off. Boom, dudes. We are in Tabor. This is where we're at, guys. Now, where are we, though, in Tabor? I see a bunch of apartment blocks. God, we could be anywhere here. Well, I don't think we're CXing through there. Maybe we are. There should be a map here. Looking for a map. Race info. Race info here. Come on, give me a map. Yeah, guys, I thought I would find a map here. I know I found maps on some of the other races. Here we go. Okay, so we're on the east side of a river, assuming that the map is pointed north. This little roundabout here might help me, and this little thing here might help me find out where we're at. So there's a river. I'm going to say we're right here. We're right here, guys. Boom! Yes! That's how you do it, guys. See how quick that was? That's how you do it. They're at the start line now, dudes. So yeah, they're racing right here. If you look at that... How am I going to do this? Okay. So they kind of... A lot of the technical stuff is inside this big loop. Yeah, we are on there. So I'm going to show it to you here. And then there's this little tiny track loop here. We cut across into the woods. Okay, I know exactly where we are. We're going to come back here. Dudes, there it is. There's that big loop. A lot of the technical stuff is right here. There's a baseball diamond right here. That's what that looks like to me. And they actually cut through here, probably use this little cross, and they are under orders, folks. They are under orders. I love when they say that. Boom, they're gone. How big is this field? Trying to have a good look here. It is a pretty good looking size field. Maybe about 50 riders, I'm going to guess. So bigger than what I've been watching lately. off the rip here, 7 Racing rider off the front. I think it's 777 Racing right off the front. Might be harder to identify riders today because some of them are wearing like their jackets that are slightly different. Having a good look here right now, guys. Lap 1. And we'll be watching for lap times. The ground's going to be hard. The ground's going to be frozen. Yep, there is a baseball diamond there, it looks like. And, ooh, yeah, that's really cool. Really cool. So they kind of go around the outside of that big grassed-in area there. I bet you it's pretty sketchy on the field here today, too. Doesn't look like any frost. And remember, it has warmed up. It might have been really cold overnight. Kind of just depends. Ooh, first little bump. We already see people dabbing and the domino happening, guys. The dab domino. One person dabs. All the rest are dabbing. Those front riders are already racing away. The field is probably stretched out 500 meters right now. It is really stretched out. That one little dab on that first bump. Schreiber on the front. That is Schreiber on the front here. The rider from Luxembourg, I believe it is. We are going to come back here now, guys. Yep, sorry about this. Let me jump back here, dudes. I know what I'm doing wrong here. Boom, there we go. And I'll get back into it. Guys, I wasn't even thinking I was streaming today. I was just feeling so rough. Dude here, Milo Seher Demes. Who's going to win today? Dudes, once I see the full field, dude, welcome aboard. Where are you from? I'm just going to call you Milo for now. Milo, where are you from? Ian's back too. Morning calling from rainy Salts Coast. Looking forward to the races. Dude, Ian, thank you for being there, man. Ian, I just rode on virtually on Bike Terra. I did the Glencoe route. It's a route Yeah, Ian, if you've got any good routes. Ian, are we friends on Strava? Just kind of wondering about that because I'm looking for good routes in Scotland to ride. I just got another route from Stephen Cycles, Calvin. I think that's up in the Cairngorms. Okay, just trying to get a good look at the track, guys. Lots of 180s on this course. So lots of sudden starts, explosions, slowing down, trying to get around the corner, and it is Schreiber out front. Schreiber's out front here, guys. Let's take a look at this right now. Dude, just from what I've been watching here. Ooh, so Milo is from Belgium. Dude, I'm going to say right now that Lucinda's going to win it. And I don't think that's a huge prediction. Everyone's going to be like, well, yeah, of course you'd say that, Colin. Of course you. Hey, guys, my name's Colin. This is Inside Cycling World. This is what we do here. A lot of people, when they can't get coverage, they just come in, hang out, do the audio chat with me, and help me learn more about cycling. Over the summer, it was the women's racing. I learned so much about the women's racing through the community here, the Inside Cycling World community. And I know cyclocross is just absolutely gigantic. Belgium, the Netherlands, all over Europe, really. I mean, we got to get it bigger here in Canada. It looks like something I'd like to do. Yeah, cold weather. We couldn't really do it that well here. Just look at, yeah, about 6 riders in this front group right now, guys. 6 riders in the front group. Small gap. 3-4 more riders coming through now. Front group is Leonie Bentveld, Marie Schreiber, Lucinda Brand, Inga van der Heijden, Aniek van Elp, and Kristina Zemanova from the Czech. And then we got Manon Baker 8 seconds back. I'm looking right now. 6 riders in that front group. 6. And I'm going to learn the track here better. Track looks similar to me from the last race I watched. But that would have been way back in 2022, the last time they were here. Yeah, Ian, so, okay, you're not on Strava. Dude, so the reason I asked that, I know some people use Strava, some people don't. Dude, it's really good for getting GPX routes. So what do you do with your GPX route? You load it into a virtual cycling platform. Some of the ones I use have that. And I can do the route. So Steven Cycles, who's helped me make videos, who I've ridden bikes with inside. Yeah, 6 riders in that front group. Then there is a gap of, say, 50, 60 meters. 2 or 3 riders coming around next. Yeah, super technical here. And the fact that it's not just long straightaways, it's very windy, twisty, curvy, lots of calls for accelerations, decelerations, explode, go again, explode, go again. You're just getting up to speed, and then you got to slam on the brakes. I'll name all the corners here. Here's the Powell's, or the steel chainsaws. Love it. Got myself a steel myself. Need a new chain for it. I've reverted to my electric one. I think they do others. Yeah, they do other stuff too. Steel. I think they say it's steel. They do weed whackers and stuff like that too. They are saying Schreiber's dropped from Group 1 through the planks, but I say she's right there. And just having a look here, do they have double sets of planks here? I can't tell. No, we bounce back. So we got the planks here. Planks also known. And I haven't seen any riders be able to hop over these planks. I see why. This is tough on them. There's a little bit of a rise before the planks. They come out of a hard bend, a tiny bit of a rise, then they got planks. They've lost their speed on the corner. They lose even more on the rise. They're all having to jump off, dismount, and run those planks. I'm going to make sure I can see my screen here bigger. So, guys, I'm watching on Flow Bikes. I give you the audio of what I'm seeing. We chit-chat. We have some fun here. We're going to do this for the next 12 race weekends. Inga Vanderheiden right at the front there. We do have 5 in the front. So Schreiber was just dropped out the front, and it's an instant gap. Instant gap. So she was trailing coming out of the planks. 5 riders out front, going around the Chokovit corner. We're going to call it that for now. There's obviously a stationary camera set up there, so I'm going to stick with that one. The Chokovit corner. Wonder what that is. Sounds like some kind of chocolate drink to me. Chocolate energy drink. Second group, 15 seconds back, Sarah Casasola, Marie Schreiber, and Manon Baker. So Schreiber was trailing out of the planks. Gap opened up instantly. And yeah, Lucinda Brand at the front. 4 Dutch women in the front, 1 Czech rider. Dutch are so dominant in the sport. Same with the Belgians. Okay, looking here. Looks like we got some smoke flares going off on the Velux corner. We're going to call that one now. Okay, yep. Small mistake there. There was a small mistake. One rider just falling off the back here. It's Vanderheiden leading the way right now, guys. Vanderheiden is on the front pushing. She's leading the way. Here's Schreiber. Bunch of riders coming onto the back end of the Schreiber group now. That group of 3, it looks like it's now out to 8 riders. So they're all there, guys. They are all there. Let's have a look through them here. Sarah Casasola, the Italian rider, is 25 years old. She's in group 2. Manon Baker, Dutch rider here, 26. Greenland Cordon rider. Marie Schreiber. No picture for Marie Schreiber. Are you kidding me? 22 years old. Rides Women Elites. Could still ride under 23. Denise Betsema from the Netherlands. Front group, though, 5 riders. Going to have a quick look again here. So it is Vanderheiden still on the front. Quick right foot dab down there. A lot of the riders are doing that quick right foot dab. It's kind of like a preemptive strike to avoid going down in that corner. It's a hard right corner. They're all unclicking and getting a foot down just in case. Front group of 5, it's 3 followed by 2 riders. Maybe a gap of 3-4 meters right now. We're going through the corner. MMMMM. It looks like it's a beer advertisement or something. On the pavement here, Lucinda Brand looking strong here in 3rd place, guys. 2 groups of 3 and 2 have come back together. We got 5 riders going through, and they're going through here, dudes. 9 minutes and 18 seconds. That seems like 9 minutes, 19 seconds. Each lap is 3.46 kilometers long, so you can tell how technically demanding this is. These are not high-speed courses. These are technical. Powers needed, power out of the corners. These must be the Van Riesel riders, completely decked out in black. Maybe that makes it easier for me to tell who they are. It looks like there's 2 of them together there. We got 5. We got 8 seconds back. We got a group of 2, Sarah Casasola. 15 seconds back, Marie Schreiber, Denise Betsema, Lucia Bramati, Marion Norbert Riberol, Anna-Marie Verst, and Julie Brouwers. Let's take a look at Julie Brouwers here. Belgian rider. Rides for Charles Legois Rosary CX. She's from Ooh, dude, I hope my CX guy's here, my Belgian guy's here. Milo. She's from Giel. Giel? Gel. Maybe. 22 years old, Julie Brouwers. Fifth last week at Hama. She was 7th at Merckxplas, 5th at Super Prestige Neil, and 10th at the European Championships. Frost is still on the ground, guys. There is still frost in the shadows here. Yeah, that's so cool to see that. There's a shaded area with a bit of a trench. All down the middle is all frost. So they're trying to ride on the high sides. Actually, there's quite a bit of frost in places. Everyone's, oh, spin out there. Quick spin out there in that front group. Who was that? Lucinda got through. I think it's the seven racing rider. I think that might have been, was it Aniek? Yep, I think it was Aniek van Alphen. I think Aniek, she totally spun out like she hit an oil patch. That's the frost. Now, how's she going to ride for the rest of this? Now she's going to be thinking about that. Riders catching with 2 Creelin Cordon riders right there, and oh, that's Inga van der Heijden with her. Inga is with her as well, so maybe Inga had a quick slip there. Lucinda Brand already out front, guys. Lucinda Brand is already out front. Unbelievable. Leonie here rides for Paul Sausen. That is her there. I'm going to have a sip of coffee here, guys. Yeah, so Ian, Steven Cycles did a tour this summer. He was like a guide for a bunch of rich dudes. They got to visit Balmoral, the whole works. I didn't even know where Balmoral was until he told me he was visiting Balmoral. I honestly didn't know, which I'm kind of embarrassed by. Looks like a really cool place. And he said, hey, try this route out. I think he said it was their last day. And they started at the Bridge of Orchay. And yes, I did call it the Bridge of Orchy in my head. I call it the Bridge of Orchy. It's the Bridge of Orchay. And so it's pretty barren. It's pretty wild up through there. It's, what did I tell Steven? It's very stark. Barren and stark. There's really not lots of big forests. It's just basically low scrub everywhere. But you're just riding through a bunch of... Now, if I call them all Munros, I'll get in trouble for that. Or I know that's incorrect. The smaller a Munro is any of the peaks that are over 3,000 feet. I think you do pass by a couple there, because there were a couple of big ones, and I know Ben Nevis is just to the north. So when you get to Glencoe, Ben Nevis would be to the northeast. Ben Nevis is the highest point in the UK, guys. Yeah, it's the highest point on all those islands, whatever you want to call them. I always get the names mixed up. Definitely the highest point in Scotland. Definitely the highest point in the UK. Dangerous place too. Dangerous place too. It's kind of weird to me. But anyways, yeah, there's a ton of them on the way. A one that's under 3,000 feet, I think they're between 2,000 and 3,000 feet. They get a different name. They're not called Munros anymore. It's just a different name. And people there try to go out and walk them all or climb them all. Some are just walks. Some are hard walks. Some, I think, might involve a tiny bit of technical climbing. Tiny bit. Like, you're going to have to scramble for a little bit. You're not using ropes. You're not, with ice picks climbing. It's not like that. But that's not to make light of it. Out in the grassy fields now. So basically, they're racing in 2 big grassy fields. Very little action in the forest. I thought we'd see more of that. Pit stop. Lucinda's grabbing a bike change here. She probably will get past here. And I think it's Inga van der Heijden's back to the front. Yeah, Inga's back to the front, guys. She takes first place over. She did fall back for a little bit. She has passed Leonie Bentveld. So she has passed Bentveld now. Let me get this back up. Here we go. Lucinda Brand, Inga van der Heijden over the planks. 1 plank back, Leonie Bentveld. Then it's Aniek van Alphen, Christina Zemanova, Sarah Casasola, Manon Baker, and Lucia Bramati, the Italian. Just still watching here. They're all dismounting. Gonna see who's gonna... I wonder if any of them can... Marie Schreiber coming through next. Yeah, no one's trying to jump these barriers right now. I think that slowdown on that corner... And yeah, I think I can see some frost in the shadow too. So they all have to take one specific line, which is kind of funneling them down even more before the planks. So if you want to go offline, then you're in the frost. Thanks for being here, everyone. Having a coffee in the morning, a little dark French roast here. Inge van der Heijden, guys, rides for Creeland Cordon, 26 years old, from Schaak in the Netherlands. Yes, I destroy all names. It's part of my job. Chocovit. Yeah, Chocovit. Yeah, it must be some kind of chocolate milk. I think that's what it is. They got a little cow on it. And the beer sponsor here, Mace, M-A-E-S. One that's, I've never heard of that one. Is that what that is? A beer sponsor? Sure looks like it. We're in Tabor, remember? I'm not even sure if is that a Czech beer? Inge van der Heijden, Lucinda Brand on the front, guys. Jumping back here right now. Bentveld is trying to get back on. She's clawing her way back right now. This part of the course, quite sunny. The frost will be cooked out of the ground by now. But I'm sure the ground is quite hard here. I didn't actually check to see what the temperatures were like overnight. Yeah, the frost was quite heavy though. The left-hand side in the sun, you could still see the frost on the ground. So it's still trying to come out. Remember, they're 7 hours ahead. They're actually 8 hours ahead of me. This is like 1 o'clock in the afternoon. And they still got the frost on the ground. So I bet you it was quite cold overnight. I'm going to say minus 10, minus 12 Celsius. Which is like, I'm still walking around in shorts, man. That's what I'm doing. I just run outside in my shorts quickly. You get used to it. Shirin Van Roy is in 28th place. Fleur Moors in 23rd place for the Balois Glowy Lions. Let's take a look at Fleur here, and another Belgian rider here. She is from Brie, 20 years old. Rides for the Balois Glowy Lions, one of the big teams. You'll know who's on her team. Lucinda Brand. Actually, check this out too. Lucinda Brand, Balois Glowy Lions. David Haverdings won the men's under 23 this morning. Big names. Here's Pim Ronhaar's also on this team. Thibaut, come on. Kind of confusing to me. They put, for the Glowy Lines in CX, they always put the men and the women together on the same, because they are on the same team. They don't differentiate when you're looking at them on Pro Cycling Stats here. But yeah, Thibaut Nice, Pim Ronhaar, Shirin Van Roy, Lars Vandenhaars. Wow, what a team. What a team. Coming around for the finish of the second lap here, guys. See what the time's going to be like on this one. Such a strong team. Composition of Group 1, Lucinda Brand, Inge van der Heijden, Leonie Bentveld, Sarah Casasola, Kristina Zemanova. It's all come back together, you guys. 3 riders cross first, then 2, but they're essentially one group. Let's take a look at Sarah Casasola here for a second. Sarah Casasola, she's from San Daniel del Friuli, 25 years old. Okay, she didn't start Super Prestige Neil, 4th at the European Championships. Couple thirds, first place at the second Super Prestige of the year, I believe that is. No, she was first there. Second at the first at Rittervoorde. So already has results this year. Lucinda Brand. Where's Lucinda? Okay, there she is right there. And are they all together? A lot of off-camber stuff in this course too, I'm noticing. A lot of sideways stuff. So it's going to make you want to slide down. The good thing is it's not that wet of a course. It's just a little bit slippery from the frost. Only 5 laps here. So this race today is going to take us roughly, 45 minutes. 45 minutes, which I think is about the standard. The men are probably going to lie probably 2 laps more, I'm going to guess. It's just my guess today. So Leonie Bentveld, Lucinda Brand, Inge van der Heijden, Kristina Zemanova, Sarah Casasola being chased only 8 seconds now. Let's have a good look here. You know, that front group that they're saying is all together, that front group has probably got 5 seconds from the front to the back of it. Going through these technical S's. Through the S's. It really stretches them out far. Lucinda Brand off the front again. Yeah, it's quite a big gap between them too. Great racing here. Love it. Running the stairs right now. They run up, looks like 4 or 5 stairs. Yep. Set of 5 stairs. Hang a quick right. Back into a quick left. A full 180. It's like just a snaking pattern of this. Back and forward, back and forward. Stairs, ascents, off camber. Going down. And the straightaways are very, very short here. This would be the Creelan Cordon rider on the front here. It's constantly changing here. I think this is the very front. Yeah, Lucinda Brand in second place right now. Okay, so that's Kristina Zemanova, Sarah Casasola. That must be Sarah Casasola on the front right now. Sarah Casasola is on the front, guys, riding for Creelan Cordon. They ride in the white, predominantly white with kind of like limey green on their jerseys. Yeah, man. 1, 2, 3 over the first bump. The fourth rider's over. That's Benfield over. Inga van der Heijden in 5th place. Here's another rider in 6th, 7th place. It's almost all back together. So we have 2 groups. It might be 8 seconds from the first place rider back to the 7th place rider. So that's Aniek van Elfen just hanging on to the back. Actually, they're stretched out pretty far. I think we might have 3 or 4 riders in that front group now. Casasola, Brand, van der Heijden, and Benfield. Always looking for van der Heiden's long ponytail. She braids her hair in the back. She doesn't put it up high. Seeing that. So that's one way I can tell her, plus her jersey. But sometimes at a distance on these camera shots, it's definitely not as hard as covering a road race where you're doing stuff, looking at helicopter shots. 3 riders in the front group. Benfield has been distanced. Yeah, Benfield has been distanced. Leonie Benfield here. It's a small gap, 21 years old, from Leeuwarden. And I did see her at Merckxplas. There she is, 4th place at Merckxplas. Oh, yeah. Oh, first, so women's under 23 cyclocross European champion right here, first place. I did see this last time. I think at Merckxplas, I was like, why is there 2 women under 23 in elite? They can jump classes. So she raced under 23 at the European Championships, and then at Merckxplas was racing women's elite. Why not? Still saying it's a group of 5. Yeah, they're pretty close. I can see why they're saying it. Just small gaps. Some of those gaps could open easy. One mistake, you're gone. Flares going off again, guys, or else someone's having a really nice barbecue in that corner. Frying up the sausages. Still 5 riders. Kind of stretched out through still pit stop area. What is Powell's, guys? What is the sponsor Powell's? Pauwels. I know they've got some kind of like bottle on the side of the thing, and it says happy. It's happy sauce. Through the planks, 4 riders right now. 5th rider going through now. So there's Sarah, Lucinda, Inga van der Heijden, Bentveld, and Kristina Zemanova. Okay, so I think it's Kristina who's riding 5th place right now. 22 years old, from the Czech Republic here. I haven't seen her so far racing. I've done 3 CX races this year. I haven't seen her yet. She was 9th at the European Championships, though. I missed that race by only 3 days. I should have done that one, too. 4-time national Czech Republic champion. 4 years straight, back to back, guys. Rides for Brilon Racing Team. Yeah, so she's the Czech Republic champion. 25, 24, 23, and 2022. Wow. She's riding with Benfeld right now. And it looks like Aniek and another rider from Creelan Cordon are trying to bridge back. Manon Baker should be. Yep, Manon Baker is trying to come back. 3 riders up front. We're seeing some separation here now to Zemanova and Benfeld. And there's 2 riders that are trying to get back up with them. Up front right now, Lucinda Brand, Inga van der Heijden, Sarah Casasola. Round 1, World Cup, guys. This is it. Let's get it. Let's get it. Beauty of these races too, guys. Short enough that I don't need a nature break halfway through the race like I usually do. 3 riders. Brand, Vanderheiden, Casasola. Super technical riding here. We got lots of frost. Besides the technical lines, we got frost to deal with, which is reducing the width of the course. You know, you may want to pass someone. Yeah, I'm going to power pass. I'm going to drop some huge watts on them. I'm going to light it up. I know this rider's not as strong as me. I'm going right by them. No, you're not. You're in the frost. And you're spinning out. We did see Aniek van Alphen totally do a spin out before. She totally spun the back end of her bike out. Bentveld and Zemanova together, they're 4 seconds back. There are a couple of long stretches in the park, right along some forested area, which right outside the city here. Sarah Casasola looking really good at the front here. Really good. Let's take a look at Sarah for a second. 4th at the Euro Champs. She had her first place, second place earlier back in October. Results not as good in November, but yeah, she's looking really comfortable today at the front here. Skoda. Forgot about Skoda, Czech company, right? Been around forever. That greenish color, they changed the Tour de France green jersey to represent the Skoda green better. And I never really thought about it until Joey Jojo, my wife, was going, I think, what did she say? She says, wow, the green jersey doesn't look right. And I'm like, oh, it's because they changed the color. Or we were like, she goes, that's not the green jersey. This is the green jersey. I'm like, it is the green jersey. It's the Skoda jersey now. You know, Sarah is riding with her face mask up the whole time, guys. Inge van der Heijden goes into the lead on the pavement. Lucinda Brand second. This lap was faster, guys. They're getting faster each lap. First lap was like 9:16. No, it was 9:19. That lap was 9 minutes flat. Hopefully we get to see that soon. Guys, I am a bit stuffed up today. Joey's right. She said to me last night, she goes, are you getting stuffed up? Are you getting sick? And I think I'm getting sick. Oh, feel bad for poor Colin. Please like the channel, guys. If you like the audio commentary, you like the chit-chats, just give the channel a quick like. Then other people will see it later today. I'd really appreciate that, dudes. Looks like we got a few people here right now. Looks like 81 people in the chat. Thank you so much, dudes. Support the channel if you can, guys. Like, subscribe, do all that fun stuff. Possibly consider becoming a member. That helps me make more videos. It keeps me more focused on what I'm doing. Every time I get like a new member, I'm like, yeah, more videos. More videos. Let's go. It's a lot of effort, dudes, but I love it. And we're doing more. So we got 12 rounds of UCI racing coming up. Ooh, that's something to think about. I'm also doing commentary for Echelon Racing. Next week, we might have a little bit of a conflict. Good thing is CX will be so early in the morning. Echelon Racing is on kind of like North American times. I will do that, I think, at 9 a.m. Oh, just saw, looks like a little mistake by Aniek van Alphen there. Looks like she was struggling through that stuff. Yeah, through these S's, it's all off camber too. Yeah, they really stretch out through this stuff. I think that's Semenova right there. Semenova should be 5th place. Yep, she is 5th place, looking at the stats here. And what is going on here? Okay, that's Semenova. Bentveld should still be in 4th. She is. Bentveld's riding solo right now. Semenova's trying to chase her. They basically have one set of stairs between them, guys. And it looks like Bentveld is almost getting back on with the front 3. Really, really, really close racing here. Man, I'd love to come to Europe and do some of the CX races. By do, I mean sit there, watch them, have the local fare, have the whatever the local foods are. The fries, the frites, the poutine maybe. You know, who wouldn't like gravy on their fries with cheese, right? I guarantee you'd like it. Guarantee. Yeah, maize is a beer. Maize is beer. M-A-E-S. And some of the sponsors I'm seeing here, I think were sponsors I've seen earlier in the year too. Maze for sure, I think was one of them. And CMAC, that's funny too. CMAC, I think, well, isn't there a race called the CMAC Tour? Yeah, there is. There's a race called the CMAC Tour. Fastest lap times. Look at this guy. Sarah Casasola, lap 2, 8:57. Lap 3, Sarah Casasola, 8:58. Wow. Look at this year, though. Amandine Foucanet. We saw her already this year at Merckx Plus and Neil. 5th at Merckx Plus. 6th at Super Prestige Neil. She's got some hot laps going too, guys. Hot laps for Amandine here. 8:59 for lap 3. 9:01 lap 5. She's getting faster. Getting more comfortable. Whereas lap 3 for Leonie Benfeld was a 9:04. Lucinda Brand 9:01. Inga van der Heijden 9. So they're getting used to the course. Perhaps they're driving some of the frost out. It's getting faster. Ooh, Schreiber has abandoned the race, guys. Marie Schreiber, Team SD Works Pro Time rider, has abandoned the race. And again, they don't have a picture of her. She's 22 years old. Just want to have a quick look here. Okay, you get her picture when you look at the her other stats. Individual time trial world championships for Schreiber, Baloise Ladies Tour. She were the Vuelta a Burgos Femmes earlier in the year. Itzula Women. So rides a little bit of both. Okay, so she has abandoned. Guys, between the races, I will run lap 4 out of 5. Between the races, I'll be quick about it. Go upstairs, grab another coffee. I'm still on first coffee of the day. Lucinda Brand at the front. Inga van der Heijden, second place. Sarah Casasola, third. Lucinda's going to start pushing now, guys. The experience, the power, the veteran. No bike changes for those front three. In the distance, I can see Leonie Benfeld, and that would be Christina Zemanova. And then I can see Aniek van Alphen coming. She's riding solo. She must get back on. Brand through the planks first. Van der Heijden. Casasola almost passes. She does pass Van der Heijden through the planks. Pulled even with her on the planks. Got ahead of her on the remount. Benfield, Zemanova through. Oh, nice. Interesting here. Aniek van Alphen is able to ride through the planks. She's able to jump the planks. She is not dismounting. First person I've seen do that. I did see a note about her earlier that she jumped the planks. And I'm like, did she? I didn't see it myself. But she just did it right before my eyes. Lots of puffer jackets here, guys. And toques. People are wearing their toques. At this point, you're like, what language is he speaking? English. It's called a toque. Yep. Lucinda Brand is putting the hammer down. Sarah Casasola looking so determined here. Love this. The look on her face. Inga van der Heijden. I wonder if you should tuck your hair up. I guess there's not really that much air in here. I'd be kind of worried my hair would get stuck on something. Yep. They really utilized a small space and made a big course out of it. It's a lot of this. Back and forward. Little switchbacks. So basically, you're riding one way and you're seeing competitors coming the other way right beside you. This is the most I've seen it so far. This is my 4th CX race this year. Ooh, Sarah Casasola goes to the front here. Yep, these three are dominant here. Van der Heijden makes a move here now. Van der Heijden pushes to the front. Lucinda Brand reacts quickly. Casasola sits on their wheels. So let's see where they are on the course right now. I'm going to try to get this figured out, dudes. Velux. We're on Velux, a little straight here. I think. Trying to get it figured out. I'll probably have it all dialed in for the men's race once I learn where we're at. I'm trying to get little images of where I am here from the video and trying to jump back and forward to a map that you guys can't see right now. Yeah, let's get this figured out. Where are the pits? Okay, there's the pits right there. Okay, they should be going along. I think they're going along the river right away. We'll figure that out. Okay, too quiet. Casasola on the front. Brand, Van der Heyden. They're constantly changing places here. One of Van der Heyden's leg warmers has slipped down. Her thigh will be getting cold there. Hopefully, she's well warmed up. It did say -4 at the start. With the wind, that's going to get cold real quick. Wind chill, baby. That's what it's all about. Wind chill. Coldest days of the year here in Canada where I live. Coldest. Maybe minus, every winter you might see a -39, a -41, a -40. And then the wind will blow at like 5 miles an hour. Maybe 9 kilometers. Van der Heyden has been gapped. Van der Heyden has been gapped now, guys. 2 riders up the front, Casasola and Brand. Van der Heyden is maybe 15, 20 meters back. Should get back on here. Something bothered her there. Powell's happy. Whatever that is. Back on the pavement here, guys. 4 laps done. Van der Heyden is back on now. Looks brutally cold. Van der Heyden. Yeah, I think Van der Heyden was trying to pull up her leg warmer. I just saw her reach down for a second, like with her right arm. She goes through first. Ooh, Zemenova's trying to bridge across. Huge effort by Zemenova. The fans here must be just flipping out, loving this. Banging the boards here. Czech rider. Remember, we're in Tabor. Awesome. Yeah, she was gritting hard there to get through. And then we have the Crelon Cordon rider come through. This must be... who is that? Okay, is that Van Alphen? No, it's Foucanet. It's Amandine Foucanet who's been flying for a little bit here. Yeah, nice. So she comes across in 7th place, 29 seconds down. Then it's Norbert Ribeiro, Manon Baker. We're on the final lap, guys. Lucinda Brand is leading on the final lap. Sarah Casasola. Sarah has had that mask up the whole time. It's a neck warmer that you pull up tight, and it's right up to her nose. She might have it pulled over her nose. This section's really, really tough here. Really tough. There's like one little line to ride. It's off camber. If you go up high, you're in the frost, and it's shaded. I imagine traction will be horrendous there. Going through the series of S's now through the fields. There's basically 2 series of S's here. Maybe I can show that to you here quickly. That's where they must be. Must be right there. Dudes, I'm going to show you where they're at right now. We're going to bounce back to this one here. So here's those really technical S's here. I think they pop through this stuff and then come around this corner. The planks must be up here. Usually they... Oh, no, planks are over here. Here's that quick set of stairs. They come around the corner. They got to jump the planks. Am I going the right way here? Yeah, okay, that's right. That's right. That's hard for me to see that. We come through that. Okay, we're going that way. Yeah, we are going that way. 2 sets of stairs, 1 set of planks. Man, it's hard to tell which way those arrows are going. But yeah, that's right. Okay, so they come around that corner there. Those planks look different than that to me. I'll have to keep it on it this time around. Okay, coming back, guys. Let's get back here. And we'll see what's going on. I'll tell you what's going on here. Lucinda Brand, Inga van der Heyden, Sarah Casasola. Just getting a nice overhead shot here. They must have a drone up right now. Lucinda Brand on the front, Casasola. Van der Heyden is struggling to hang on here, guys. She got back on the pavements, and she's falling back. Let's have a look. Brand out of the saddle, Casasola. Van der Heyden gets back on. Van der Heyden's back. And did she adjust her leg warmer? Nope. Be pretty hard to adjust right now. You got to kind of like pull those things up high and tuck them under your bibs. Running the planks right now. Van der Heyden is back on, but she's getting gapped at times. Yep, the gap forms again. She got gapped on the remount. They're all jumping back on the bike, and she has a slight hesitancy, and they just pull away 5-10 meters. Brand goes back into the lead. I think I saw Casasola adjusting her face mask. Could be trying to wipe some of the nasal fluids away from it. Just call it that. Yep, there's that gap. Brand hammering at the front, guys. Hammering. I'm just going to have a quick look at something here. Lucinda Brand, 1.68 meters tall. Sarah Casasola. They don't give her height. Sarah looks a lot smaller to me. Just my visual impression of her on the bike. She looks a lot smaller than Brand. I mean, they're both going to be pretty small, but... Yep, Vanderheiden maybe 10 meters back right now. Lap 5. Guys, we're about 4 minutes away from the finish here right now. Again, going through the still area. Pit stop's coming up right away. Dudes, here's the pit stop. Wow. Pit stop's here already? Finishing straight's going to be coming up right away, guys. Finishing straight is coming up immediately. They make a couple of corners, they hit the pavement, and it's going to be an all-out sprint between Lucinda Brand, Sarah Casasola. Sarah Casasola out front now. Okay, I may have screwed it up. I don't think that was the pit stop. Not yet. We're still a couple of minutes away. Casasola passes Brand before the planks, gets over the planks quick. Vanderheiden actually came back. Leonie Benfield in the planks now. Let's see if Anique can hop them again. Let's watch this. She's the only rider that can hop them that I've seen. Oh, almost got hung up on the second one, though. Great riding by her here. Everyone else dismounts. She's got enough power to generate the speed to hop that first one. Casasola, Brand right on her wheel, man. This is going to be close here. This is going to be close. So close. I've just got a feeling Brand. Got a feeling Brand. I think when they hit that pavement, she is going to light up the Watts bombs, drop some nukes, and away she goes. Vanderheiden's coming back, though, guys. Vanderheiden's... I can see the fans running from one side of the course to the other right now. They're trying to get the best view. Vanderheiden is trying to bridge back on. Brand is back out in front of Casasola here. Does not want to be in second place on the final corner. We're racing through the Chocovid area. They do have a big cow up. They have a giant cow up there in the field. Fans are loving this here. Brandon first, Casasola, 10-meter gap back to Inga Vanderheiden. Okay, I know where we are now. I know where we are now, dudes. Just want to watch this quickly here, dudes. Yeah, that will be the finish line there. Okay. Brand, Casasola, Vanderheiden's back, guys. She's back. One bike length is the only difference now. Who's going to have the sprint to the finish? We're going to have a 3-up sprint. 3-up sprint in the pipe, 5x5, coming at you, folks. Vanderheiden gets gapped again. So she pulls it back to a bike length. One corner, she drops another bike length. She's back on now. She's back on. Maybe it's some of her lines. Yeah, she had to put a foot down through that corner. I was just going to say maybe it's some of her lines. Before I finished saying that, she had to put her foot down. And the gap opens again. Yeah, you could, guys, on this huge, there is a long backstretch here, forest in the background. I think the river's right there. I can see the apartment blocks in the background. Vanderheiden just gets dropped. Just instantly dropped. She took kind of a funny line through there, had to put her foot down quickly. They accelerated away. She was kind of like off kilter, and they're gone. Just watching the finisher, guys. I'm just trying to get live here now. Yeah, awesome. Lucinda Brand. Lucinda Brand. There we go, guys. Sarah Casasola right there with her 1 second gap. Hopefully I get a nice replay here. Just trying to see all that. My feed is slightly delayed, so we can see here now on the screen that Lucinda Brand has won. They haven't announced Casasola second or Vanderheiden third, but they're done. Zemanova crosses in 5th place. Oh, 6th place. Anique Van Alphen caught them. So, okay, interesting. Lucinda Brand in first, Sarah Casasola in second, 1 second back. Inga van der Heijden was 13 seconds back, guys. The last Creelan Cordon rider, this will be Amandine coming in next. Fukune. Yeah, Fukune just finished in 7th place. That last lap, van der Heijden was back with them. She took one weird little off section line that she had to put her foot down. There was a hard corner, a right-hander. She must have just been off her line, trying to get back on it at that point after having to just quickly put her foot down. Manon, Norbert, Ribeiro just finished. Here comes a Ran Riesel rider. Is this Clausel, maybe? It is. It's Clausel, H. Clausel. Helene Clausel, Denise Betsema comes in next. Manon Baker. Those three were all within 4 seconds of each other. Lucia Bramati from Italy finishes in 12th. We got a nice little sprint finish here for the 7 racing rider. Anna-Marie Wurst and Julie Brouwers. They get the same time. I want to see that one again there. Oh, Canadian coming through here. Rocher. I think it's Magali Rocher. Wow. Awesome. And so, yeah, once you got offline there, after that corner, they were gone by themselves. Totally gone by themselves. Oh, yeah. Coffee's getting cold, guys. And riders still sprinting, guys. Remember, UCI points. This is the UCI World Cup. McGill comes through for Canada. Mueller, Mollengraf, 21st place. I'm going to make sure I get more. Okay, here we go. They're showing Brand and Casasola. There's van der Heijden. Here's that replay. Is this where she hit the dab? No, she did okay there. Through the planks, Casasola got ahead of Brand. She did a really good job through those planks there. I think of the power, veteran status of Lucinda Brand. Yeah, comes out. That's where she wanted to be. Onto the pavement in first place. Maybe about a 2 bike length gap. And just sprinted away from Sarah Casasola. Van der Heijden was right there. Couple little mistakes, and she ends up third. Real good job for Casasola, too. Like her helmet. Kind of got like a metallic look to it. Oh, yeah. For Lucinda Brand. Wow. She's on fire right now. Guys, Lucinda Brand's a name I've, heard about forever. Haven't really watched a lot of cyclocross. Outside of, hey, what are we going to watch when there's no pro racing? Well, there's no road racing. I'm going to throw in cyclocross race. But I've never really delved into it good. Like, is she on a total resurgence? I know there's certain riders aren't here. This is showing most second places in World Cup races. Kind of a weird stat. Lucinda, she won today, so she didn't get another second, but she's got 19 second place finishes, showing she's virtually always there. Looks like we got another Czech rider coming here to the finish now. Fastest riders in lap 5, Lucinda Brand, 8:43. Casasola at 8:44. Inga van der Heijden at 8:56, so 12 seconds behind them. At one point, within 15 to 20% of the race being over, a few percent because they were on the last lap. Just taking a look at some of the riders here. Yeah, she was right with them. Basically lost 12 seconds in that last lap. She was riding at their pace the whole way. Just showing a quick replay here. Once I see the men starting to get ready to line up, guys, I'm going to race upstairs and grab myself coffee. Thanks for being here, everyone. Please like the channel. Please subscribe. Please consider becoming a member. I'm going to keep doing this all winter long, dudes. The beauty of this is, for me anyways, is I've got 12 awesome rounds of UCI World Cup Cyclocross racing. I'll learn about all these cool places. I'll try to do a little bit on each race that we go to. I had no idea where Tabor was. I'd never even heard of it. When I saw Tabor when I was looking at the UCI World Cup, I'm like, oh, Tabor, that's probably another place in Belgium. Nah, I was wrong. So wrong. Yeah, dudes, we're in the Czech Republic. It's cold here. And I like to show maps. I like to talk geography. If I can get around to it, I do a little bit of geology talk. I am a geologist. Will always be a geologist. I just don't practice it right now. This is Matt, Patricia Garcia. Good morning to all. Dude, welcome back, Matt. We just had the women's elite race finish, Matt. Thanks for joining us, dude. Thanks for joining us. Really good race. Big winner, Lucinda Brand. Come on, bro. Look at her. Look at her record this year. Since October 16th, has not finished lower than second place. And that's in 10 races she hasn't finished lower than second place. Like, unbelievable. So good. Her 2 races that she did finish in second, Telnet Super Prestige Overijse, however you say that, she was 28 seconds back. And then at the European Championship, she was 41 seconds back. And that would be to van der Heijden, who just finished third place today. Let's take a look at that one. Yeah, there you go. Inga van der Heijden won the European Cyclocross Championships. Again, I always say it's kind of weird to me because they do the European Championships. They did show Inga trying to pull her leg warmer up at the finish. So her leg was probably frozen there at the end. Rock and roll, my man. Rock and roll, bro. Yes, dude. I love it. Dudes, we're getting ready for the men. Official start at 14:30. Oh, geez. That's 37 minutes. Let's have a look here. Can we get the start list just for the men? Just for the men? We can. So they are showing just the men here. Before it was showing everyone. Dudes, I like the fact, too, that we're getting the country shown better for me. Lars van den Haars, 34 years old. Pim Ronhaar. Joris Nieuwenhuis. That guy is just so good. Ridley Racing Team. Wow. Michael van Turnhout, Toon Arts. Niels van der Putter. Lawrence Sveek. Jorn Viceray. Thibaut Nice. Emil Verstringer. Jente Michaels, this dude will be right at the front too. Toon Vanden Bosch, Victor van der Putter, a different one altogether. Having a nice little chat with Sarah Casasola at the finish here with Creelan Corridon. She was right there, right there. I would feel pretty pumped about a second place finish there today. There's Philippe Orts, Kevin Kuhn. That name's so familiar to me. Where do I know Kevin Kuhn from? PCS profile. Okay, Gravel Series. Okay, just a name. Maybe I just said his name a lot at CX over the last little while. We've got 3 Americans here. Andrew Strohmeyer, Ben Frederick, and Frederick Junge. Wonder how he actually says it. 1 Canadian, Cameron Jet. No picture of poor Cameron here. Cameron, we need a picture, bro. Cameron is 38 years old racing here. Oh my. 38 years old racing here. Dude, he might be the oldest guy here. I can't believe we only have one. You know what, guys? I would think that in Canada, well, I guess the only hard part would be like it would be really tough to race cyclocross through the winter in Canada outside of like lower mainland British Columbia, Vancouver Island, where they don't really get snow. Like if it gets to 0 degrees Celsius, it's like, oh, it's so cold here. We're cold in BC, in Vancouver. 37 minutes. Dude, I think they were like 45 minutes in that. I think something like that. Dude, we had to cancel Cabo. Matt, we had to cancel Cabo. We've rebooked it. Swoosh Kid. He's back. He's speaking something I can't understand, dude. Yeah, dude. Hey, so Matt, yeah, we had to cancel because Joey Jojo's mom, Lillian, I just call her Granny, okay? Because that's what the girls call her. My daughters call her Granny, so I started calling her Granny. And she lives with us now. So she's been here for 16 days now. and waiting on more scans. I don't even know what that means. What's going to happen before she gets this major surgery that could be scary. So we cancel everything. We're rebooked for Cabo January 31st. They're having a little chat with Lucinda Brand here now. Dude, yeah, Matt, Cabo's so great to go to. It's so for Mexico. Mexico, you got Puerto Vallarta on the Pacific side. You've got the Cancun, jungly side. I mean, Puerto Vallarta is very jungly too. The Puerto Vallarta side, jungle, mountains. So you got that. The Cancun side, all jungle, pan flat. There's like no bumps. That's why they had those pyramids there, right? So they could look above the jungles and see for miles. But you got the crystal clear water on the Pacific, the Caribbean side, the Cancun side. It's just really busy on the Cancun side to me, like really busy. And then you got Cabo, which is on the Baja. So you're at the very, very tip of the Baja Peninsula there, Baja California, as they like to call it. It's all desert. It's all desert. Very few trees. I mean, any trees that are there are all planted there. Dude, I can't wait to go. We're dying to go. But we just couldn't. Basically, there's someone here with Granny 24/7. If Joey's at work, I'm here with Granny. If I need to go out, I take Granny with me. Like, she can move around and stuff, but we can't be leaving her alone. Dudes, I'm going to go grab another coffee right now. But yeah, Matt, highly recommended. And dude, I think you're very, very, I think you're in Seattle, I believe so. Dude, it's probably like a 3.5 hour flight at most. If we get a good trip with good winds, we've made it from Calgary like in 3 hours and 15 minutes. Like just hauling. So I get on the plane in Calgary. I drive to the airport, 50 minutes away, park the car, hit the shuttle bus. That takes 2 minutes. Did it. Hopefully got some priority boarding, or check-in. That's the most, I love priority check-in just to avoid that huge line. I don't care about boarding. That means nothing. Jump on the plane, 3 hours and 15 minutes later, you go from -30 to +30 Celsius. So you go from, I don't know, -15 Fahrenheit to 90. It's great. Guys, coffee time. Hit it. dudes. Sorry for the delay there. Sorry for the delay. And yeah, we're okay here. We have no rush here. Well, let me just catch up with Matt here. I got you, bro. I enjoyed Puerto Vallarta. Never been to Cabo. All the best to Grandma. Yeah, I know. She just woke up too. I was just up there with Joey Jojo. Ziggy. That name did stick, guys. Ziggy Stardust, my dog. One blue eye, one brown eye. I know. It's just what it is. Dude, I woke up this morning, went upstairs I think I rolled out of bed at 4:15 this morning. Went upstairs, he's laying on the couch all gibbled with his paw up like this. I'm like, dude, what did you get into? Like, I can't see anything wrong with it. He's tweaked his paw really bad, somehow. When I went to sleep last night, he was fine. So something's happened through the night. We're trying to figure it out. Oh, that's so good right now. That coffee's so good. Dudes, thanks for being here. Guys, what I'm going to do here right now is we're waiting for the start of the race. We're just going to jump over here and we'll take a look at the course itself. Let's see if I can do this for you guys. Here is the course itself. And dudes, really hard to tell which way we're going here. So they do race out of this corner here to the finish line. So here's our pits. This is where they're going to race out. So they do come off and take a left-hand bend, and then they're in the start-finish chute right here. Here's the finish line. So Lucinda Brand came out of here maybe, 2 bike lengths ahead of Casasola. I'd like to figure out where Van der Heyden had the problem. I think it was back here, because there was a long straight after that. Van der Heyden took a weird line through here, was right on their wheels, dabbed her foot down, and those two were gone on a long straight. I think it would have been here. Possibly. Really technical through this stuff here. They go through the start-finish line. Well, the start line's back here, actually. They go through the finish line. It's this technical stuff through here. Stairs. Again, super small area. So awesome. I would love to do this kind of racing. At the finish line here, you can tell Sarah Casasola is freezing to death. She's kind of standing there. You know when you got your arms tucked right in tight? She's cold. Lucinda Brand, big smile on her face. Inga van der Heyden there as well. Toques on. Hat's coming off here. Matt's saying, yep, he's been to PV. Dude, I went to PV. That was my first Mexico visit. 2010. I don't know. It took me so long to get there. And guys, I'm going to turn this back on here just so you can see stats better. Then me and Joey Jojo. Wow, it's been that long since we've been to Mexico. Dude, usually we go to Mexico 2-3 times per year. We haven't been now since 2024. We went November to late October. Yeah, we spent the day of the day. We spent Halloween in Puerto Vallarta. We were north of Puerto Vallarta in Bucerias. Basically Puerto Vallarta. That's where we were. Kind of a different little resort for us. And we're ready to go back. We're ready to go back. Like usually, yeah, dude, usually Cabo for us, minimum 2 times per year. It's just, and people are like, well, why don't you go somewhere else, Colin? Like, and I hate when they say that to me because I'm like, dude, this is just an easy getaway, 1 week, suntan, relax, do nothing trip. I don't want to go climb mountains. I don't want to go scuba diving. I just want to go chill. That's what Cabo is to us. It's so easy. There's no connection flights. I've met people from the East Coast in the States, and it'll be 8 to 12 hours for them to get to Cabo, whereas I can be there in 3 hours and 15 minutes, 3.5 hours. They all get stuck sitting, waiting somewhere in either Denver or somewhere in Texas, waiting for a connection flight. I would never go then. I wouldn't even go. If it took me that long to get there, I wouldn't go. And we'll just pop here for a second here. So I hope my dog's okay. I think he will be. He's done this once before too, where he had a really bad... Ooh. Wow, look at this. Man, the men's under 23 group, fastest lap was 7:56. 7:56. Ooh, that's getting fast. Let's see what the elite men can do today. Matt saying he's never been to Cancun either, but I remember Acapulco and Mazatlan, good stuff. Ziggy seems like a winner. Oh, dude, Ziggy's awesome. Oh, I think there was a crash out there too on course. I'm gonna go back to see that. Oh wow, what happened to her? It looks like one of the riders had a huge. They're showing the replays here for the women, and it looks like one of the women's riders had an incident on the stairs where I think she might have hit her face into the stairs. I think she stumbled. Her bike is laying on the stairs, and she's holding her face, running away. So I think maybe she was carrying her bike, bumped the bike into the stairs. And guys, these aren't just little stairs; these are like big steps to make them even harder. I think she fell and probably fell with her face right into the stairs. So hopefully she's okay. Yeah, dude, Acapulco, that used to be the place to be. I've been to Mazatlan once. We went there in 2018. Lucinda Brand and Sarah Casasola shaking hands at the end here. Yeah, dude, I'm ready to go. I am ready to go. I think this time we're back at our favorite. So every time we change, we make brand new plans. So we were doing, the condos, the VRBOs, whatever you want to call them, penthouse, this, that, hot tubs, whatever. It changes every time. Now we are staying at our favorite resort in Cabo. It's called Villa del Palmar, and we're going back there. Joey got us a really good deal, I think, on a 7 days. Our flights are basically free because I use my WestJet travel card. I use it for everything. And yeah, you basically, your flight's covered. Yeah, dude, I know, right? That is a good question. A big question about Cuba. So Canadian people go to Cuba, dude, all the time. I've never been, but I know people who are like religious about Cuba, like I am about Cabo. My aunt and uncle who live in Ontario, so think Detroit. They live at Niagara Falls, so I guess Buffalo. They live at St. Catharines actually, which is right across from Buffalo, I think. And that was their thing. They would just fly from there, and there was like a direct flight. They probably went from St. Catharines to Toronto. I wonder if they could get a flight from Buffalo, maybe. They probably drive up to Toronto and just straight down to Cuba, and that was probably a 4-hour flight for them direct. So there's a lot of Canadian companies like WestJet and Sunwing. Sunwing is now owned by WestJet just in the last couple of years, I believe. Sunwing had the orange planes. WestJet, well, you might have seen them, I don't know. WestJet flies a lot. They fly all over the States. They do a lot of, what do you call them, charters. So they have like travel packages. Fill that plane up, ship them all down. So there'd be tons of direct flights all the time. But yeah, there's a ton of Canadians that go to Cuba all the time. And I don't think Americans can go to Cuba. I don't think they're allowed. If anyone knows, let me know. It's a good question though, Matt. Yeah, like, I mean, it's just the whole Cuba America thing, right? I don't think with the what do they call them, like the sanctions and all that kind of stuff that the States has on Cuba and probably vice versa. I don't think that, like, can a Cuban visit the States? I don't know. I honestly don't know. But yeah, Canadians go there all the time. It's just a normal thing. Getting ready for the men. We are getting ready for the men. It's going to be... Ooh, it's actually time's clicking on pretty good here, dudes. I think we have about 15 minutes out to go. The race starts at 2:30 local time. That puts it at 6:30 in the morning for me. Oh, okay, we're still 18 minutes out. What is this showing me? Microphone. I never saw that before. Ah, right there. Ah, okay, that's cool. Learning more about my computer every day. Yeah, so like I said, my aunt and uncle will go there all the time. And this is what I always hear about Cuba. Some of the like best beaches in the world. Like if you look up top beaches in the world, I think it's called Veradero. Is that right? Veradero. I think that's what it is. It's like, I think it's like 19, it's like some big number, like 18, 19, 20 miles or 20 kilometers long of like white sand beach. The only negative I hear about Cuba, and from everyone, is the food. Food. because I think all the sanctions and then stuff they have on, they don't get like, I don't think they get like Heinz ketchup. I don't think they get, all the things that you're used to having. So it's like whatever they have is what you get. So I've always heard the food is a little sketch. And I've also read things about where when the food does come in, it's the bigger resorts, kind of like the more of the resorts that have more money, they get first access to all the good stuff that's coming in. So if you're just staying at like a standard resort, which is probably just fine if you were in Mexico, there you're gonna find out, oh yeah, we don't have mustard today. Yeah, we don't get it for another 6 weeks. I could be making that all up. But no, dude, I honestly, that's how it works there. And I think a lot of the meals are a lot of beans, a lot of rice. Nothing wrong with that. But after a while, you could get a little bit. But dude, I hear it's such a great place to go to visit. I just don't know as an American you can go there. I think yeah. Oh well, go to Cabo. Dude, Cabo's marina is awesome. There's places I wouldn't go, but I've never felt unsafe at all in Cabo. Not once. Not once. The marina's so safe. There's so many people there. They got a gigantic mall there. They got a mall you can go in there and spend all the money in the world. They have the luxury mall that's attached to the normal mall. And yeah, you can go spend infinite amounts of money in there if you want. Oh, you want to spend $5,000 on a pen? You can do that. They got lots of good watch dealers there. They used to have a Rolex dealer across the other side of the marina. I've never been in there. I think it's still there. I think I saw the sign last time I was there. So like you can get all that stuff there. Last World Cup final classification winners, Michael van Turenhout, 2024. See guys, it says 2025. That's because it's going to tip into the next year. So what you're watching right now will be for 2026. That's why at the top here it's saying 2026 UCI World Cup Tabor. It's going to be for the 2026 championship. So there's 12 rounds. So there will be a winner of that. However, 1 week later, they have the World Championships, and there can be a different winner of that. I guess it's just like road cycling, really. You can get someone that shows up and wins the World Championships in road cycling. That may not be the name of the year, if you want to call it that. It may not be Poggy or whoever it may be that's at the top of their game. Riders starting from the first starting line. Guys, they line them up in rows, so it's all about getting your start chute. Matt's in here. My grandfather went to Cuba in the 50s. My dad told me it was hopping. Yeah, dude, I think it was like that. And then the whole communist thing. So, I don't know enough about Cuba myself. I think it was... Dude, I think it's the same as like, if you look up Iran, they, like, back in the day, when it was a British... I guess, I don't know if it was still a British colony then, but there was still some British influence. And someone's going to say, oh, about me or something like that. The British were there. And it was ran a certain way. And then there was the revolution in the 70s. Everything changed. And so I guess even in Iran, it was a happening place. Like way back when, like in the 60s and 70s, there was women there walking around like in mini skirts, dressing however they wanted, doing what they wanted to do. And then in the mid-70s, whenever it was, I think 76, 77, something like that, with the revolution, what would it be? Was that when the Shah came into power, I think? Everything changed. Nowadays, it's very rough, but I am up for it. Cuba. Dude, I think Cuba was the same. I think Cuba was this happening place, and then Fidel came into power. He took over, and then everything changed, and everything got shut down. And dude, you know what you should do? I suggest anyone go look up pictures of Tehran. I think that's the capital of Iran. I'm pretty sure it is. Tehran, Tehran, and look up the pictures. There's some pictures they have there that are so beautiful. It's amazing. but just weird government, right? Weird government. There's a picture there. You would think like you were up in the high Alps somewhere. It shows Tehran, and in the background, the mountains are all there, covered in snow. It looks amazing. So yeah, these governments come into place. Very controlling, very authoritarian, socialist, communist, and things kind of go to crap all of a sudden. It sounds like it's gonna be this glorious, oh, everyone's gonna have everything. We're all gonna be they're gonna shell out money and everything to us. It doesn't work that way. Yeah, guys, definitely getting sick here. Okay, so Michael Van Turnhout is the current World Cup champion from 2025. Remember, that would have been probably given out in January of 2025. And then Eli Iserbit in 2024, Lawrence Sveik, Mr. Lawrence Sveik, who rides for Creeland Corridons. Lawrence Sveik, we'll take a look at him here. Had a good season so far. First at Super Prestige Telnet. I watched that race. I did that race. 13th at Merckx Plus. 5th place at Hama. Iserbit rides for Paul Sozen. What does Paul's do? Oh, he's got the bingo on his thing too. I see that. A sponsor everywhere. I kind of think they must be like, I don't know if that's like a lottery. I'm just kind of guessing it is. Okay, so we haven't seen a lot of them yet. No, I haven't seen him yet this year. Wow. This is his first race back. I think someone said he had an injury, so this will be his first race back. He hasn't raced since February 16th. Nothing. In cyclocross. And okay, so we already did Lawrence Fake, Michael Van Turnhout, 9th at Hama through the week, 8th at Super Prestige Merckx Plus, 3rd at Super Prestige Neil, 10th at the Euro Championships. Has had some first place finishes already this year. The first two the Telenet Super Prestiges won by Michael Van Turnhout. Rides for Paul Sozen. Very, very strong team as well. Riders per nation starting today's race. 11 riders from Belgium, 6 from the Netherlands, 6 from France, 6 from Germany, 4 from the Czech Republic. We're going to look at the rest here. We have a 1 Canadian rider, 1 from Great Britain. I got to assume that's Cameron Mason. Is it Mason, guys? It is Cameron Mason here, riding for 7 Racing, who had a really nice ride at Hama. 2nd place there. I thought he was going to win that one. Yep, guys, feeling just a little bit off here today. I got to get my act together. Going to be riding my bike later today, and whatever else happens around here today. It's different having someone else come and live with you. I'll tell you that right now. What are we looking at here? Let me just back up a bit, guys. Oh, yeah, starting line. So on the first starting line, Emil Verstringer, Lars Vandenhaars, Thibaut Nice, Jorn Weissere, Lawrence Fake, Niels Vanderputter, Toonarts, Michael Van Turnhout. Guys, what does that mean? They line them up. Kind of like a grid start almost. You want to be in that front line. Otherwise, you've got to work your way up. So it looks like they're going to have them 8 riders wide. Is it really going to be 8 riders wide? But anyways, they line them up. And I don't know if that lineup is like based on your seeding from previous races. Looking at those names, those are the best names. They're all at the front. So if you're the best, you get the best starting position. Matt's asking, what are the most recognizable names? Dudes, basically all these dudes you see in the starting lineup here. Michael Van Turnhout, Arts, Vanderputter, Lawrence Fakes. He won the World Cup Championships in 2023, which probably would have been in, it would have been January 2023, but it would have been in the year, most of the racing would have been in 2022. See Cameron Mason here hanging out with Philippe Orts at the beginning. 1 for 7 Racing, 1 for Ridley Cycling. Even the men are looking cold here. No puffer jackets, though. Start line here. Ridley Racing. Here's Jorn Nieuwenhuis. This guy is a machine. This guy is a machine. I can't believe he's not on the start line, the very first start line. So there was a race, 2 races in a row. Actually, I gotta click on his name here, where he's had horrible starts. He rides for Ridley. Here he is right here. He's a Dutchman. First at the Super Prestige, Telenet Super Prestige, Merckxplas. He dropped his chain. He crashed, came back and won it all. And then at Hama, he crashed on the very first corner when they hit the dirt. He was the only rider to go down. Was very, very last place. So he was probably like somewhere between, I imagine there's 35 to 40 riders at that race. Let's say he was 35th. Came back all the way, 3rd place. Like an incredible ride to come back through the field. Thibaut Nice won, Cameron Nason 2nd, Jorn Nieuwenhuis 3rd place. That would have been last Sunday, November 16th. It's like huge effort to get back up there. World Tour riders, guys. We do have World Tour riders here. We have Emil Verstringer for Alpecin de Koenig, and we have Thibaut Nice, who rides for Lidl Trek. Matt, I knew you'd ask that question. Those guys don't show up till later. So I did read yesterday that Mathieu van der Poel said he probably wouldn't be showing up till the Antwerp. Probably Antwerp. He'll be at that one. That's probably like the 3rd round, I believe. And about Van Aert, yeah, we'll see. Those guys usually show up a little bit later. I think their goal now that they're World Tour riders is they're not really here to win the World Cup Championships. Their job here is to ride some, obviously win some races. Their goal is to come here and win the World Cup. So we do the 12 rounds of the UCI World Cup CX Championships. 1 week later, they do the World Cup. That's the one that Mathieu and Wout will be at. Hopefully. I hope. Because they just want to win that. That's the big thing. They'll already be training for the road. The cool thing about this stuff too, guys, is this overlaps directly into road. So road racing is really not that far away. I keep telling myself that. When I finish doing all of my road stuff, I'm like, oh my, it's so far away. What am I going to do? Well, I've got CX, which I love. Really love it. I'm finding... Looks like Nieuwenhuis is lined up right beside Orts. I believe that's Orts there. Yeah, it is. Spanish rider. Rides for Ridley Racing. Thibaut Nice in the start chute here. This guy, Thibaut Nice. Oh, come on. Let me select his name there. Thibaut Nice rides for Lidl Trek in the summertime. You can see here right now he's a Baloise glowy line for the winter CX season. Through the summer, spring and fall, he rides for Lidl Trek. Rode the Renouille Tour. Rode the Tour de France. Finished 116th at the Tour de France. Best place finish was 12th. Stage 15. Muret to Carcassonne. I think I kind of remember that stage. Actually, he was in a break for 108 kilometers, so we would have seen him up front a lot. I might go back and watch that in my own video today. Doesn't that sound douchey? Did the Baloise Belgium Tour. Basque Country. Yeah. You know, Amstel Gold Race, 12th place. La Flèche Wallonne, 8th place. Liège, Bastogne-Liège, 5th place. This is what he probably wants to win. Like, that's his focus. Early season, one day, super brutal races, the spring classics. He's a Belgian. He wants to win those races. Only one win last year, and it was the Grand Premio McGill Indurain. That is a Pro Series race. He won that way back in April. Sorry, this year. When I say last year, last road racing season. And, you know, Alex Molinar was there, Andrea Baggioli, Aaron Buru, Mark Hershey, Groschartner. Wow, the names are all coming back, guys. Oscar Olling was there for that race. Mauro Schmidt. So a lot of big names, but, you know, not Poggi, not Vingegaard, not Remco. Those guys weren't there for that. But still a lot of big names were there. So that was his one win this year, last year's World Tour season of the year. Then he switches over to CX. Other guys, they're out suntanning. Actually, they're all back training now. I see a lot of pictures. Yep, had 2 weeks off. I'm back training. Yeah, oh yeah, Thibaut Nice. He's the real deal, man. He is the real deal. And Thibaut Nice, he won last week. He won last week. Actually, we'll go back to him again here. Thibaut Nice, Belgian. So many strong riders from Belgium and the Netherlands. So he won Hammer last week. UCI World Cup Benidorm 2025 won that. Trek Sia Cup. It's strange looking at this because these are all names I'm not really that familiar with. UCI World Championships in 2023. Thibaut Nice. Yeah, they're all here. Tibor Del Grosso. There's Yente Michaels. You're going to see him today. He's racing. This is the under-23 championships, which Thibaut Nice won 2 years ago. Victor Vanderputter. You're going to see him today. Jorn Viceray. You're going to see him today. They're all here racing. So that was under-23 2 years ago. He won that. Incredible rider. Father is super famous too. Let's take a look at his dad. Here's his dad. Sven Nys. Look at this. I'm going to call him stud right here. Wow, he's younger than me. That scares me. Belgian dude. I mean, look at his victories here. 10 times Super Prestige Rudervoort. That race is still running. That race ran this year. Wow. 10-time winner of that race. And that's where all the hitters show up. 12-time winner of this race. The GP Sven Nys. Well, there's a race named after him. So the Koppenberg Cross, that race is still running. Super Prestige Gletten, I haven't seen that one yet. He won the Cyclocross Tabor. The race we're at today, he won that 4 times. So this is... I've lost names already, guys. Thibaut Nice. I was thinking Thibaut. I was thinking Thies. I was thinking Tabor. All mixed in my head there. So he comes from a cycling family. Men are lined up now. The boards are being banged. Oh. Starts off, guys. Start is off now. Here we go. We're already live. Hammer time, folks. Actually, I'm seeing here, too, they're saying there's a mechanical problem for Cameron Mason. Kevin Kuhn is first into the field. Kevin Kuhn first in the field. Seeing a ton of Creeline Corridor riders. Man, these guys look fast. Really, really tight pinch point here. Is that Cam Mason way off the back by himself? Usually when I see something that mechanical at the beginning, I think he just dropped his chain. Again, this is super technical. There was a lot of frost earlier. 3 Creeline Corridor riders all together here. Quickly saw a spun out right after I said it, and a crash. They're coming around this hard 180-degree corner, and riders are slipping out. I wonder if the frost is leaving the grass, and now it's make it turn into a little bit of a slick mud. Wow, cool start here. Definitely still frost in the shadows, though. Like, I doubt it's even 0 degrees here right now. It might be just barely above freezing. And the men are taking 2 different lines. High line on either side, avoiding the trench down the middle here. Anywhere there's shadows, there's still frost. So, yeah, it is a chilly day here. I don't think we've had a day this chilly yet this winter. It's coming next week, though. Next week, I'm seeing days of, like, Celsius-wise, not cold overnight, minus 12 to minus 15 overnight, but daytime highs of, like, minus 8. So it's never really warms up. It just stays cold. It'll probably be sunny, so I'll have all the windows, the curtains wide open, trying to keep the house warm. Running the stairs now. 2 sets of stairs on this course. 1 set of planks. Glad there's not a water trap on this one. Imagine running through water in this. So we're basically just in 2 big fields. 2 huge fields where they've set up this amazing course. I think there's a huge amount of effort to put all this together here. Kevin Kuhn up front, Lars Vandenhars, this dude here, 34 years old, still rocking it. Still rocking it. 4th place last week. This guy, you know, yeah, amazing. Been around a long time. Wow. Thibaut Nice. Okay, let me just get this figured out, you guys. They come flying up over this little bound here. And I think we're going to see a lot more of these riders jumping the planks this time. They're going to be carrying a lot more speed. They should be able to jump the planks. We cut into the trees just for a brief amount of time. Still amazing here that you still have leaves on the trees. They're almost all down here, though. We just have snow on the ground now. And snow on the ground, it melts through the day. And then it turns into glare ice overnight. And every time I go out in the morning to feed the animals, it's just a death trap out there waiting to happen. Generally fall down like hard 1 to 2 times per winter. Dudes on the corner lighting up the flares. The crazies are here, folks. Get it. There's our 2 Alpecin to Koenig riders. That's going to be Jente and Vanderputter guaranteed. They always seem to ride right together. All the races I've done so far, they've always been together. Basically, and the 2 of them in the top 5, 6 every time. Cameron Mace in position 48. So I wonder what happened to Mason. Yeah, so it did say mechanical for Cameron Mason at the very beginning. Didn't say what it was. He does ride in that white jersey. And at the very start, when they hit the field, I saw a white jersey just dangling in the background. So, yeah. Probably like put some power onto the chain. Chain slipped off. Then he's got to jump off his bike, try to get the chain back on. Let me, I got to get live here. Video is live. We are live. Riders going through, they're going through the pits right now. Seeing who's going to do a bike change here. If anyone goes into the pits. We got a bike change here for Pim. Pim Ronhar here is getting a bike change. Field is really strung out through the planks for the first time. Jumping them. Second place rider jumps off. Who is that there? We'll get it all figured out, guys. We're not even getting a situation yet because it's just so it's just changing, and it's such a long line of riders. I mean, they're stretched out over 150, 200 meters here. Thibaut Nice goes into the lead now, guys, for Balois glowy lines. So when you're looking for Thibaut, he might be all in blue today, I think. Let's just see. And I think Jorn Nieuwenhuis is there too. Just trying to get an idea of who all the riders are here. Lots of drone overhead shots right now. Jorn will be in that whitish, greenish looking, predominantly white with green. Yep, second place. Okay, Thibaut is in, he's in his Belgian championship jersey today. And Jorn is right on his wheel, right there. Kevin Kuhn, third place. Fourth place rider, I think, is another Balois rider. That's who I thought Thibaut Nice was at first. But I should have realized that he would be in his Belgian championship jersey. So Thibaut Nice is setting the pace. Jorn following him. This has been Jorn's best start I've seen in a race so far. Just from my perspective, guys. Thanks for being here, everyone. Please like the channel if you can. Support the channel if you can. Become a member if you want to. Really appreciate any support. Getting told here there's been a crash by Mies Hendricks. Let's take a look at this rider here. Dutch rider here. Rides for Heizomat Cube. 25 years old. And actually, you know what? Check this out too. He's got an Alpecin de Koenig jersey on. Let's see. Road. How much road? He did a lot of gravel this year. So he's a gravel CX rider. That's what this dude is. So not a road rider that I can tell so far. Did UCI Gravel Series, World Series, National Championships. Yeah, okay, seeing the crash now. Just went down on a soft-looking corner. Nothing too serious here. Yep, it is him. Did delay another rider here who had to squeeze by him on the left side right up against the barrier. Not intentionally, just when he got up, that rider was trying to scoop by on the outside and kind of got delayed. Thibaut Nice dropping the power now, guys. I think we're going to see groups form right away, and yeah, we're seeing it now. Thibaut Nice, Jorn Nieuwenhuis, Kevin Kuhn from Switzerland, and Lars van den Haar, the 34-year-old. Get it, bro. Get it. And they are saying here an acceleration by Nice. Huge acceleration by Nice, trying to shatter this trailing line of riders. There's like a line of riders 30 long following. Gaps are starting to open now, guys. Yeah, dude, no worry, Matt. No worries. Matt's just saying apologies for spelling T-Bone Nice before I spelled T-Bone Nice. Sorry. Dude, all good, dude. I screw up every name on here. Let's see the lap times here. T-Bone Nice is going to come across the line 8:10, something like that. Jorn Nieuwenhuis is the only rider with him. Jorn might have gone across the line first. No, it was Nice, 8:13. Jorn on same time. I think his wheel might have been ahead there. Verstringer is 4 seconds back. Van der Haar, Strohmeyer, Van Turenhout 5, 6, 7 seconds back. Swake 6 seconds back. Van der Putter is 13 seconds back at this point, guys. There's another Van der Putter, different name. Van der Putter and Van der Putter, different names. The one guy's name is all squished together. The other guy's name has got gaps in between. So it's Van, space, de, space, Putter. And it looks like Poot. It looks like P-U-T-T-E. But in their pronunciation of their language, when that E's on the end, it becomes an E-R. Learned this from the cyclocross nutters that come into the channel, guys. That's why you're going to hear me say Emil Verstringer. That's what I called him all year long in World Tour Racing. It's Verstringer. The E on the end becomes an ER. And I think it was Alan Salter, who's been around for most of the videos, who told me that. He's really good with the pronunciation. I think he knows a few languages. So where is Alan? So yeah, yours, Nieuwenhuis, yeah. So they gave it a second fastest lap to Nieuwenhuis, so he must have gone across the line before Thibaut Nice there. Verstringer was in third at 8:02. Strohmeyer from the US, let's take a look at this dude. Strohmeyer, Andrew Strohmeyer. I like to shout out all the riders. Rides for CXD Trek Bikes. He was at Hama. Okay, so you rode Hammer. So he's done all his CX racing this year, and this makes sense, guys. CX starts like September, October in the States, and I think it does over in Belgium, Netherlands too. You can see here he's got a bunch of performances here in the US. A lot of first places too. 1, 2, 3, 4. He's already won 6, 7 races this year. And look at this. He won this Pan American Cyclocross Championships. I missed that one too. Yeah, that would have been the same day as the Euro Championships. 100 UCI points for winning that. Noticing the video is completely stalled out here. I'm not sure if that's everyone. I've still got internet, no problem. Wow, fast. And the fastest lap today was set in the men's under 23 by David Haberdings. I think that record will fall today. The riders seem to get faster every lap. They speed up every lap. Once they get to know the course, they feel it out. I'm going to actually back out of Flow Bikes for a second, guys. I'm going to try to refresh it. And are we back? Back to a commercial. Back to the front. We're back. I think we're back. Make sure this is live. The video just stalled out, so I just You know the old saying? Have you tried turning it off and turning it on again? Did you unplug it and plug it back in again? That's what I need to do there. The ultimate IT fix. Thibaut Nice, Emil Verstringer at the front. And that's not actually what I'm seeing here, so I think this here is a bit old. Nieuwenhuis goes down on the corner. That's what's going on here, dudes. Nieuwenhuis just crashed on the corner. Nice right on his wheel. Goes through. Verstringer jumps on. So we've got Thibaut Nice, the Creeland Corridon rider, Emil Verstringer. Didn't see who went through third there. Yeah, it was just a nice, simple little crash by Jorn Nieuwenhuis on the corner in first place. Off camber, left-hander, went down. Crashed on his left-hand side. Verstringer for Creeland Corridon goes through. Nieuwenhuis is third. Fourth place there, it looks like it's Van Turenhout to me. Yeah, it's Van Turenhout rides for Paul Sausen. Nice has a small lead. Small lead, maybe 10 meters. For Stringer, Neuenhaus. At the planks again, dudes. Planking it, straight through. For Stringer, Neuenhaus, Van Turenhout. This fifth place rider here, this should be Lars. He's running it. And you can see the difference. The rider's jumping it. A rider came behind Lars Vandenhaar there, who was ahead of him in the planks. One runs it, the other rides it. The rider just went straight past him. I wonder if that was Strohmeyer. Strohmeyer, this dude. We need a picture of him. He's 23 years old. 21st last week. His first race over in Europe for the year. And today, for the World Cup, finds himself sitting in top 7. Riding with Lars Vandenhaar. So I think he actually passed Lars through the planks. Lars went into the planks first, came out second. Nice has opened up more of a gap through the Choco-Vite corner here with the big cow in the background here. Choco-Vite, for all your delicious chocolate-flavored drinks. Yeah, I know, Matt, eh? He's saying, hey, are there other people in this joint? Speak up. I know, dude, let yourself... Lurkers, unite. Lurkers, unite. If you're lurking here, I know some of you are. Let me know where you're from, who you're cheering for. Yeah, let us know. For Stringer chasing... Yeah, for Stringer's working really hard here, trying to get back on with Nice. It's basically one corner back the whole time. Onto the straightaway, Nice is just putting the power down here. Neuenhaus, Van Turenhout just in the distance. They're all on the same straightaway. But yeah, they're probably 10 seconds back right now. They're saying 5 seconds here. Do not believe that at all. That is not true. Now it's been updated. 9 seconds from Thibaut Nice back to Neuenhaus and Van Turenhout. A lot of 180-degree corners here, guys. You're not like going through swooping corners. It's very technical through what I would call like the snow barriers that they put up, if you want to call it that. It's all the sponsors flagging along the side. Yeah, any Euros in the house, there has to be European people here just checking this out, listening from their workshop. Maybe they're riding their bike outside in the shed, something like that. Maybe they're watching. Sometimes we get people, Matt. Sometimes we don't. It's kind of hit and miss. I always wonder what I'm waking up for. Some days is like, and when I say that, I mean like, what's going to happen today? Wow, Nice is dominating here, guys. 6-second gap right now over Stringer. Just riding so flowy. Yeah, he's on the pavement now, guys. And yeah, this is going to be another fast lap. He's probably going to be running about an 8-minute lap here. It's going to be a sub 8 minute, I think. Trying to get the camera here. Yep, sub 8-minute lap here for Nice. What was his lap time? I'm just waiting to see that right now. And there's probably 6 to 8, 10 seconds back. 9 seconds back to Verstringer, Van Turenhout, and Neuenhaus. Those three are going to have to become frenemies for a little bit and start working. They're going to have to start working now, guys. Okay, who's this dude here? Oh, I think this is the guy that crashed earlier. So we got Nice, Verstringer with Van Turenhout and Neuenhaus. They're all together. They're showing this weird time gap here. Lars Vandenhaar is with Strohmeyer. Jente Michaels. There's that Alpecin de Koenig guy I was telling you about. Michael Boros here. Let's check out this dude. He's 33 years old, from the Czech Republic. Was at the European Championships, got 14th place there. Was also at Telenet Super Prestige Neil, 14th place there as well. At this point here, it's Van Turenhout, Neuenhaus, and Verstringer. I think Verstringer had a little bit of a problem. Neuenhaus and Van Turenhout got past him. Those three are going to have to chase hard. Lawrence Fake, 31 years old, from Leuven, probably Loyen, I guess. It would probably be something like that, in Belgium here. 20 seconds back, riding with Kevin Kuhn. Pim Ronhar, 23rd place. Cameron Mason in 30th. So Cameron's gone from 45th place, dead last, I think, to 30th place. He's going to have to do a lot of work. He'll be riding all of the UCI World Cup acquiring points. I should look into that and see. So there's 12 rounds. Does every round count? And when I say that, you know, a lot of events, a lot of races I've seen, they'll be like, hey, there's 10 rounds, but only your best 8 count. Does that make sense? I think it does. Hopefully I'm explaining that half decently. If anyone here knows, let me know. Or does every single round count? And by that, so Cameron Mason's like, I got to ride hard now. I got to get and score some points. How far bound do they score points at a UCI World Cup CX event? We got a dude here. The Gregadon. Dude, I love your name. The Gregadon. Now then. Watching in the UK. Dude, thanks for joining us. The Gregadon. Sounds like a dinosaur name to me. I hope it is. I really hope it is. I'm looking forward to Greg here from the UK telling us that he's a paleontologist. And then we're going to unite in power as geology nuts. T-Boney's climbing the stairs right now, guys. There's 2 sets of stairs on this one. Van Turen out in second, Nieuwenhuis third, Verstringer in fourth. Those three are riding together, and Nice has a commanding lead. Commanding lead here. They're saying it's 9 seconds right now. It hasn't changed since the start-finish. Wow, this guy's an awesome rider. Awesome rider. Remember, dudes, he rode the Tour de France earlier this year. Like, that kind of stuff blows my mind. That he's riding World Tour throughout the year, probably burying himself for other riders. Takes a couple weeks off, then is racing at the highest level CX. He dabbed his foot. I think that's right where Nieuwenhuis crashed last time. Let's see what happens when Nieuwenhuis comes through this time. I'm sure the cameras will be watching. Everyone loves a crash. He's an accountant. Greg, that's the best answer ever, dude. I love it. He's an accountant. I love it. Greg, good to have you here. Greg, glad you found the channel, dude. I always make up stories about people. The Gregadon is a good name, though. Greg, do you ride outside? Are you an inside rider? I do, Greg. So basically, I'm mostly an inside rider now. And definitely now because winter's here. It's not brutally cold out, but yeah, I don't think we're... why don't we do Colin's quick weather check? So currently right now at home, it's not cold, guys. It's -4 Celsius, and it's going to 1. Tonight, -10, -14, -14, -14, -15, and the daytime highs are, oh God, guys. Next Saturday, -22, so winter's here. And the high is -12. This is all Celsius. So for my American friends, -22 is probably like about -5, -8 Fahrenheit. -18 Celsius is 0 Fahrenheit. 0 Fahrenheit is -18 Celsius. Just remember that one. Okay, enough of that. So yeah, we got some cold weather coming. I got to make sure I have enough wood at home for the wood stove. Now, I think Lars always likes to run the planks. Everyone else is jumping them. Wow, Nice is just smashing, guys. Smashing here. He knows this is the kill lap. This is the kill lap. Cameron Mason now into 26th place. I love it. And here comes Jente Michaels, this dude here. This guy's great. Every race I've seen him at, he's always right there or thereabouts. 8th at the European Championships. 7th at Super Prestige Neil. Merckxplas 4th. 8th at Hama. I don't see Vanderputter, though. Where is Vanderputter? Vanderputter is 27 seconds back. This dude here. Yeah. He's not at the front today. Things can change really quick, though. Okay. Looks like Van Turenhout might have separated himself from Nieuwenhuis. Okay, I'm looking down the straightaway. They're not even on the same straightaway now. I love it, Gregadon saying, Glad to be here. I'll be in the garage later. Greg, are you doing some training? Let us know what you're training. Or the shed. Oh, yeah. Greg, I'll try to say it right. The garage. Eh? The garage. I love it, dude. I love it. Dude, I was actually born in the UK, and I like to joke with all my friends when I make fun of some other language. I'm allowed to say that because I was born there. Dawn. Dude, Dawn. OG of the OGs right here. Dawn. From New Jersey. Good morning. Let's talk about some cyclocross. Dawn, we're having a lot of fun talking right now. We got Greg's just introduced himself to the chat. We've got a lot of lurkers, and that's okay. If you're a lurker, that's great too, man. But jump into the chat. Let us know where you're watching from, who you're supporting, and what kind of riding you do. I know a lot of people don't even ride. They're just big cycling fans. So, okay, Tabor. I can't even see another rider, guys. 15 seconds. So it's 15 seconds back to Michael Van Turnhout. Van Turnhout has separated himself from Joris Nieuwenhuis and Emil Verstringer. Wow, this is crazy, guys. 2 of the top 4 guys ride World Tour road racing as well. So we have 2 of them. We have Tabor, this dude here. You're like, who's this guy? Oh, this guy here? It's this guy. He rides for Lidl Trek. Rode the Tour de France this year. And in the wintertime, he doesn't take any time off. He rides some CX. Emil Verstringer, who's this guy? I don't recognize this jersey. Well, you'll recognize this one, guys. I think you recognize that one, right? So, he's a Crelon Corridon rider in the winter. He's an Alpecin de Koenig rider during the World Tour season. So, Tour de France finished 65th overall at the Tour de France for Alpecin de Koenig. Rode the Tour de Suisse, Liège-Bastogne-Liège, Flèche-Wallonne, Amstel Gold Race, Brabants-Pige, however you say that one, Basque Country, Strade Bianche in March. Dudes, we got racing coming back in January. I think it's January 17th is Women's World Tour, Tour Down Under in Australia. January 20th, Men's World Tour, Tour Down Under. In the pipe, 5x5. You got it, Dawn. It's been a minute. Dude, yeah. Get back in here, man. Dude, hey, Dawn. I asked you last night in Discord. I know you probably didn't see it. I didn't see your message later, too. Congrats to, I don't know if it's your son or your daughter. So Dawn's been out with one of his children, applying to schools and that. So I think they've got a school set up. Dawn, what school is it? You're going to let us know. Okay, who's this guy here? Wow. Davey Rolls, someone got video. Dude, I can't show you the video. I'm watching it, though. As soon as I show you the video, I get shut down. Dude, it might be free somewhere to watch, and, feel free to watch it that way. I know lots of dudes they pay for the subscription, or they watch it free somewhere, and they still hang out in the chat, because you guys let me know so much about what's going on here. Dawn, the cars are fixed. Well, one's fixed. I got the Mazda running again. Cost me $600. Bad fuel. $600, bad fuel. Sully Sulster, OG. I saw the McCormick brothers. I do remember that name. And Paul Curley race the Nationals in Plymouth, Massachusetts in 1986. Sully Sulster, 8217. Can you tell us more about the McCormick brothers? I really remember the name McCormick. So just quickly, guys, I got into cycling in the mid-'80s, kind of more of the mid-early 80s, like 82, 83. Interested in it, got a road bike, was that one guy that rode a road bike as all my friends were getting cars. Tabor, guys, commanding lead here, 15-second lead right now. But Van Turnhout is back with Verstringer. Is he really? Yep, they're all together. We got 3 chasing right now. They're going to all have to work together. 5th place rider is Jente Michaels. I can see him from here, wearing his Alpecin de Koenig jersey. Lars Vandenhars riding solo as well. Then Andrew Strohmeyer, the American, and Lawrence Sveik. Andrew Strohmeyer, dude, I got to go back. And watch some of the Flow Bikes coverage of all the U.S. cyclocross racing to get up to speed on this dude. Guys, this year alone, this fall alone, he's got 7 first-place finishes and a bunch of seconds. This Strohmeyer dude, wow. 23 years old from the U.S. Okay, group 3. Okay, so they're saying that there. Got it. Okay, Dawn saying it's his daughter. Yep, she has accepted her early admittance to William Patterson University. It is his alma mater. I graduated there for 97. Dude, same year I graduated, Dawn. That's the year I graduated. I went back to school 5 years after work. So when I graduated school, I went out into the field. I worked for some geophysical companies, fixing geophysical equipment. So I was way up in northern Alberta, northern BC, and I even spent a stint, I don't know, maybe it was about 2 months out in Newfoundland. One of the first big geophysical shoots out there. I think we were working for the university, actually. So I just fixed geophysical equipment, and that got me interested in geophysics, which further led to geology. And next thing you know, I took my geology degree, and now I'm unemployed 20-something years later. Thibaut Nice flying through the planks, guys. So the planks shoot, I can't see any other riders. He's off that straightaway before they even get onto it. That's how big the gap is now. Yeah, this dude. Big engine of the World Tour rider, road rider coming into effect here, I think, for Thibaut Nice. Verstringer has a little bit of a problem through the planks there. Got through them first, but kind of almost came to a standstill at the end. Then we got Jente Michaels coming. Lars van den Haar is the next row. He always dismounts. Sveik's next. And then, okay, this will be Strohmeyer right here, I believe. That's Strohmeyer. Okay, I got him dialed in now, I think. Nice is just pounding the pedals, guys. Pounding them. Okay. Sully Sulster. Frank McCormick would destroy the elite field in every crit in the New England circuit every weekend. He and his brother Mark, Frank and Mark McCormick, okay, would work together and lap the field in cyclocross crits. Dude, awesome. Is there any old coverage of them, Sully? Dude, I remember the names, but I was like strictly Tour de France, Greg LeMond, Bernardino, Laurent Fignon. That was my introduction to cycling. I don't think I even knew what cyclocross was. You know what? I would have learned about cyclocross early on through like Winning Magazine. Someone just posted some pictures of Winning Magazine on Facebook a few days ago. I'm like, man, I wish I still had all those. It was, okay, so Don's saying it was William Patterson College when I went there. They get their university status during my senior year, so I got a university diploma. Okay. See here, okay, so that's okay, American fans, American friends, you guys call it college ball, but it's actually university ball, isn't it? Isn't it? So here at college, strictly 2-year diploma. You can get a 1-year certificate too at colleges. A university, 4 years. Although I think they do lesser stuff now too. So it's a 4-year degree, university. But I think in the States it's just out of tradition they call it college ball, but that's like the highest level. And it's played at like the University of Miami, the University of whatever, blah, 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 but they always call it college ball. I wonder where that came from. Paul Curley was one of the best crit riders. Okay, Paul Curley. Those bros were so dominant. Yeah, Bernardino and Greg LeMond Slingers. Yeah, so that's what I started with. I didn't really know a lot about like the Conti scene, continental North America. Outside, for me back then, Gastown Grand Prix. That's the only continent, like, and that race still runs. That race still runs. In fact, it was just won, I think, by our Project Echelon guy. That's a big team in the States, Project Echelon Racing. Continental level team. They went to Europe this year. They raced the Tour of Portugal. Nice through the finish line at 31:34. Let's see what this gap's going to be. He's going to be on the pavement, off the pavement before they get to the finish line. And we got 4 riders back together. It looks like Jente Michaels caught them. He did. They're just starting the pavement now. They're gonna be 20. They're almost 30 seconds back. Little curvy swervy here on the pavement, guys. Boys, you guys got to work together. Looking at each other and curvy swerving is not going to do nothing right now. 4 riders chasing, 28 seconds down. Venturin out, Neuenhaus, Verstringer, and Michaels. Next group's going to be Lawrence Sveik, Andrew Strohmeyer, and Lars van den Haar. Am I seeing them there? Okay, Strohmeyer's been through. This is Camp. Toon Vandenbosch, Kevin Kuhn, Toon Arts. Then Neil Vanderputter comes through in 13th place. How's my coffee? Getting cold. Okay, here we go. Matt saying in the US we used to get Velo News, but I remember winning magazine. I loved winning. Somehow 50 different moves. I don't have them anymore. I looked them up online. You can get copies for like $45 a copy. I'm like, nah, I'm not doing that. I thought about it. Don saying, yes, it's the top tier university football, but they call it college football. Americans are funny. Yes, we all are. Tom Pitcock is not racing today. Don, I think I was saying earlier to Matt, like, where's Matthew? Where's Vout? Tom, you can throw in there as well. A lot of those guys don't show up until later rounds. So I think Matthew's going to show up. The guest people were saying was like the Antwerp race, which I think is... Guys, I wonder if I can do it right here. Yes, I can. No, I can't. If I go back to the home, right here, Antwerp, it's the 5th round. It'll be on December 20th. So we're racing this weekend. Next week we're in Flamanville. Then we go to Italy on the 7th of December. Namur back in Belgium on the 14th. That's a big race. Antwerpen on the 20th. This name could coach something or other on the 21st. Boxing Day, we're in Gavir in Belgium. The 28th, we're in Dendermonde. January 4th, Zonhoven, Benidorm in Spain on the 18th of January. Back to Belgium on the 24th. Finishing up the very next day at Hoogerheide in the Netherlands. How do I say that? Hoogerheide. It's Hoogerheide. That will determine the World Cup champion. The UCI World Cup CX Championships will be determined. Then a week later, we do the World Cup race for the world champion. That'll be the week later. Still saying 28-second gap here. Guys, love the chat. Yeah, so I've always thought that. I've thought that my entire life, Don. It's like, why do they call it college? Like, so yeah, in Calgary, we used to have Mount Royal College. I went there for my first semester. Then I moved over to the University of Calgary. Did my degree there. So yeah, I think I took 4.5 years to do my degree. The first semester, I was like, what am I doing? I took one random geology class. And I swear I was the only person in the class that the prof was talking to because everyone else was just sleeping or bored. So he'd be talking out loud and he'd be like, and so class, why do you think this happened? And I'd actually go like this to him. I'd be sitting there and I'd make like a hand gesture like, I don't know. John Cox, my first prof. He was head of the department. And he would just like, honestly, he was responding to my, I don't know. Like, yeah. Mount Royal College is now a university. They got that status too. So same as what you went through, Don. Dawn used to get Velo News in the catalog company I used to work for, had World Cycling Productions as one of our clients. Phil Liggett. Yes, the man. The ultimate Phil Liggett of all time. Sully saying, I don't know about any footage of them. I would race almost every weekend and watch them as the headliner and just marvel at their dominance. Their Bud Light Classic Series had all the best riders from 7-Eleven. Sully, would you say in the States right now, since you seem very knowledgeable on it, is the riding, is the organization as good as it used to be? Is it better? This Strohmeyer dude looks pretty decent. And he's joined on to the second group now, guys, is 7 riders strong. Andrew Strohmeyer here. And again, I love discovering this stuff, guys, because I have no idea. I'd never heard of CXD Trek Bikes. I'd never heard of Andrew Strohmeyer, but he's here. It's his first race into Europe this season. He's 23 years old. Let's see what he did last year. So last year, oh yeah, he was here all the way, guys. So he did the same thing. And this makes sense. I'm going to say it. Looks like he dominated the fall cyclocross series here. Virginia, Rochester, Charm City, the Trek CX Cup. Came to Europe. Oh yeah, right here. National US Championships. This dude, Andrew Strohmeyer, last year. Then comes across to Europe, Gets this experience here at the UCI World Cups. So he's on it. And again, guys, this is my first winter covering CX. I watch it, but it's more like I'm going to put something on and just kind of see what's going on. I'm not as I haven't been in the past as tuned in as I am to road, but I'm loving this. Such technical riding here, and it's the fact that you've got today we have 2 road riders in this course, and they're both in this front group. One's leading the way. Thibaut Nice on the front, rides for Lidl Trek. His CX team is the Balois Glowy Lions. For the rest of the year, he rides for Lidl Trek. And then we've got Verstringer, who I would have kept calling Verstringe. It's Verstringer, rides for Crelan Corridon in the winter, and he's an Alpecin de Koenig rider for the rest of the year. Really excited now, you know, guys. Instagram, Facebook, all that crap. I'm seeing riders posting. They're already getting back. Neuenhuis riding at the front of this group. Looks like he's trying to accelerate and break them up a little bit. It's this corner here that I'm watching right now. Skoda banner right there. That's the one where Van der Heide, Inga, had trouble earlier today. Took a weird line. And as soon as they came out, she was 20, 30 meters down. Chance to win today, ended up 3rd place in the women's elite race. Yeah, Dom was saying, I saw Wout van Aert in a recent Visma Cycling YouTube segment. He was in LA. Yep, dude, they were there. I think Mathieu van der Poel was there too, doing a bunch of stuff for Zwift. But yeah, Wout was in the States. I'm not sure if he's even still there. You know, most of these dudes are probably thinking, I got to get training again. Dude, one of the coolest things I saw, might as well talk about it here now. Here comes Thibaut Nice, just walking the field, guys. This is what you call walking. He's looking around, looking at the crowds. Comes through at 39.29. Let's see what the gap is. It's saying it's 35 seconds. Oh, dude, I just learned. Powell's is mayonnaise. I just saw the sign. Powell's is one of the team sponsors here. They have banners everywhere. It's mayonnaise. We don't have that brand here. Oh, and they do other stuff too. Yeah, you know the squeeze. Oh, crasher for Venturno on the pavement, guys. He went down on the road circuit here. And then Lars van der Haars just doesn't endo into him. Wow. Must be a very, very tight corner. It's a left-hand bend. Slick tires. Hit the pavement. Slid out. Most riders got through. Lars van der Haars comes out. Basically runs into him against the barriers and endos his bike up. Van Turnhout looks back like, what are you doing, dude? That was insane. So what that's done is just totally blown apart that second group. They are split up now. This just is going to make things easier for Thibaut Nice now. Watching again. Yep, he was behind Neuenhuis, went down all by himself. Second rider, third rider avoids him, and then, ooh, a big shunt there. That might have been for Strohmeyer. Strohmeyer must have just locked up his back brakes to avoid hitting Van Turnhout, who's down on the ground. I think Van Turnhout is going to retire from this race, guys. I wouldn't be surprised if he retires in the race. He's getting passed by riders. He's riding very gingerly. He's looking at his left arm. He would have taken the brunt of that on that left forearm and left hip. Strohmeyer had like ninja-like reaction to avoid hitting him. On the replay, you see the whole back end of his bike just skitter out. Cameron Mason seen here now, guys. He's in 14th. He was in 45th at the beginning. Mason moving up. Sully saying American cycling was at its peak. Le Mans was still great. The scene now is nowhere near what it was in the 80s. Great American teams with Olympic riders. Just watching them warm up, doing laps, amazing. Dude, I know. Well, at least we got Modern Adventure, Pro Cycling, whatever they're calling it, coming back. There's some real good riders on that team. So hopefully it's a resurgence. I mean, like, how can the U.S. not have more cycling? I don't get it. I honestly don't. I think once people watch it a little bit and understand the storylines and understand the riders, I think at first it's a hard sport to understand. Like, well, they're all just riding their bikes together. What are they? There's no punching. There's no scoring. It's a story. It's evolving every day. And I think once you get into it, then you enjoy it. But as a one-off, I think people go, I don't get it. I don't get it. Who won the Tour de France this year? That's the only thing you'll ever hear. There's so much more than that. I'm so glad I threw myself 1,000,000% at my YouTube channel this year. All the racing I covered every day. Dawn was here pretty much. Dawn, I think you were at every single video I did. Outside of one or two very, very late on when I didn't even really announce I was doing them. I put a lot of time into it, but I learned so much about all the riders. So yeah, hopefully American Cycling comes back. There's got to be some sponsors. Like Colorado, think about, let's revamp the Coors Classic. I mean, that's world-class riding, bigger mountains than what they climb in Europe. I can't think of any of the big climbs offhand. Is it Mount Evans? I think it's Mount Evans in Colorado. That's a big climb. There's a few. There's a few I've done online, virtual cycling. That's the only way I'm going to get to ride these courses, is to do it virtually. Where did I ride yesterday? Yesterday I rode... What did I ride yesterday? I got to think about this for a second. 2 days ago I rode the Cliff Burton of Metallica memorial ride. Someone filmed a video in Sweden to his memorial. So I did that on Ruvi. And then yesterday I rode... Wow, I can't believe I don't remember this. I rode on Bike Terra. Oh, I rode somewhere in Wisconsin. So yesterday I was riding in Wisconsin. I rode it because it was called the Glacial Drumlin. I think it was called the Glacial Drumlin ride. A drumlin is a geological formation that forms underneath glaciers. And it wears this weird elongated kind of like lumps in the ground. Wisconsin's covered in them at the very edge of the... was it the Laurentide glaciers? I think that's what it was. Yeah, American cycling was way bigger back then. All the names coming out, yeah, not the same anymore. It's just not. Like all that Team 7-Eleven, right? Team 7-Eleven, Team Motorola, all those dudes, all the United States Postal guys. It's fantastic. Okay, through the planks. They're not even showing Thibaut Nice anymore. The race is on for second place now. We've got 4 riders in the second place group. Wow, Sveik having a really good ride here, guys. He's moved up. He's with his teammate Verstringer now. Joris Nieuwenhuis is there, and Jente Michaels for Alpecin de Koenig. Bunch of riders coming in behind them here now. So the race is mostly focusing on, 2nd through 12th now, as Nice is just gone. That one acceleration just destroyed everyone. Lap 6 of 8, guys. Here we go. We're at 45 minutes now. It's like 8 minutes per lap. Matt saying, my favorite memories of training were in the garage with videos with Phil Liggett and Paul Schoen, such as Flanders and Paris-Roubaix. Dude, I feel you, man. I feel you. Yeah, Phil Liggett's what got me interested in cycling. Just hearing him talk, hearing him tell the story. Chocovit Corner here, guys. I need some Chocovit sponsorship. Come on, Chocovit. It's my favorite brand. Yep. Now it's all Ruvi, Zwift, whatever. Yeah. Yeah, back in the old days, it was like just watch a video and sit on your turbo trainer and just grind out the miles. Ooh, Verstringer making a move here, guys. Verstringer making a move. We're going to see Lawrence Sveik and Verstringer try to work together for one of those teammates to get a second place win here. Thibaut Nice is lapping riders. Thibaut Nice has just lapped a rider. I didn't see who that was. Verstringer pushing, Nieuwenhuis, Jente Michaels, and then Sveik sitting on the back. Unless I have that backwards. So Creelon Cordon on the front, Creelon Cordon on the back. This 4-rider chase group. So this is 2nd through 5th. 6th, 7th, and 8th aren't that far back. Strohmeyer is in one of those groups. Andrew Stroh, cheering for the American. Cheering for the American here. Lars Vandenhart, he's the guy that drove into Michael Van Turenhout. And Van Turenhout must be out because I don't see his name anywhere now. Yeah, so in the stats here, they're showing the crash by Michael Van Turenhout. He crashed hard. Vandenhart just took a weird line, bumped into him, did a bit of an endo. Turenhout looked up to him like, dude. And then Vandenhaar still racing. I don't see Venturin out anywhere here now. He must have withdrawn. The way he was riding, he's hurt his arm a little bit. It just might have thrown him off. Hopefully he's not injured too bad. We've got lots of rounds coming up here, guys. Sully saying, looking forward to the big dogs coming back. Yeah, dude, me too. Everyone's asking about it too. Like, where are they? They don't come back usually in the first couple of rounds, guys. They come back later. Here's a question I had. Do they have to ride at least one of these UCI World Cup rounds to ride in the World Championship, which is afterwards? I just kind of thought about that in my head. So do they just ride one or two, win a few of them, stay in shape, and then try to go for World Championships? So Sully's saying, looking forward to the big dogs coming back. Mathieu van der Poel, Wout van Aert, Pidcock. Same as the women. Carmen Celine del Carmen Alvarado, I think is how you say her name. Fem Van Empel. Yeah, they'll be back. They will be back. 43-second gap now. Just a walk. I don't think anyone expected it to be this big of a walk, guys. I would have expected to be a little bit closer than this, but it was just that second or third lap acceleration. Philippe Orps coming to the finish line right now. Cameron Mason, 12th place. Oh, sorry, that was Philippe Orps. They always show his second name. That kind of throws me off. Vanden Bosch was through in 14th. Pim Ronhaar in 13th. And trying to figure out who this is here. Who are we looking at? Hendricks through in 16th place. This is Mies Hendricks. And I'm trying to get a lap time here, guys. Musen, Boros. Oh, got a problem here for one of the Creelon Corridor runners. It looks like Verstringer's dropped his chain, had to jump off. Nope, he actually just slid out. Not sure if it's Verstringer or Sveik. Once we get in close. He held up Jorn Nieuwenhuis as well. They were in that trench area with the frost on either side of it. Like the hand motion. Shredded but not shredded, as I used to say all the time. I forgot about that one. Thibaut Nice just effortless here. Accelerating hard all the time. Juggernaut on the bike, guys. So yeah, Nieuwenhuis got held up. Let's take a look here. This is going to change our standings a little bit, guys. I'm waiting for... Yep, there's the crash by Emil Verstringer. Okay, so Sveik got through. It's totally busted up that second group now. There was 3 or 4 of them together. There's not anymore. So it's Nice, followed by Sveik. I'm going to say that looks like Jente Michaels in third place to me. But there's definite gaps. It's allowed the group from behind to catch up with the group, the Verstringer group. The Nieuwenhuis group. There's a lot of riders there together now. They're not that far apart. Okay, so this is Sveik. This is Michaels. This is Nieuwenhuis. Back together. Verstringer's further back. Yeah, he just slid out in the bottom of that trench. And Nice just keeps riding away. Now we have Verstringer with Ryan Kamp, Andrew Strohmeyer, and Lars van den Haar. I'm going to keep a good eye on this. Let's see if Strohmeyer can keep moving up. Nieuwenhuis riding 4th place at the moment. Crashed earlier in the event. So he's in 4th place. Here comes 5th place. This will be... Who is this? Ryan Kamp, I believe. He's kind of got like the olive drab bib jersey on. Okay, there's Strohmeyer right there. Seeing Strohmeyer right now. Strohmeyer. I think he might be wearing this Pan American Cyclocross Championships jersey. I think it's what he's riding. Just looking at Andrew Strohmeyer's stats here. Wow, rides road as well, guys. Rode the Redlands Bike Classic. Bicycle Classic, we know that one. Tour de Beauce, that's a race in Canada, stage race in Canada. Finished 32nd there. Green Mountain Stage Race. I've heard of that race too. That one, oh, I remember that one. Green Mountain Stage Race, that went off right before the Maryland Cycling Classic. I really like that. That race with that storm was insane. Thibaut Nice, Lawrence Sveik now by himself, chased by Joris Nieuwenhuis and Jente Michael. So here's Sveik. Here comes Michaels and Neuenhaus all on the still straight. The Telenet banner in the background here as well. The Strohmeister. Yeah, we'll give him that name. Strohmeister. Dude, I cannot wait to see Riccatello again this year. I can't wait. This year being next year. I cannot wait to see him again. Guys, if you haven't heard, what is it? Israel Premier Tech has been fully rebranded now. I mean, Premier Tech is now going to be sponsoring 2 teams. And for what I know, it's going to be, I think it's going to be Alpecin Premier Tech now. De Koenig is going away from that team. So Premier Tech, which is a Canadian company, I don't even know what Premier Tech does. I think they're a Quebec company. They're going to be joining up with Alpecin. And also Premier Tech is sponsoring a women's pro road team. Not World Tour, but they do ride at the World Tour events. They're pro. I think it's called St. Albert 93, I think is the name of the team. It's kind of a different name to me. So they're doing Alpecin Premier Tech and St. Albert 93 something or other, whatever they're going to be called. Then it's I think, so Israel Premier Tech now has been rebranded as NSN, which I think is a Swiss-Spanish group. I believe so. Donaldson, Maryland Cycling Classic, only about 4 hours away from me. Rain and gentle breeze that day. Oh, yeah, gentle breeze, I know, right? Fresh breeze, Don. Yeah, that was like a nightmare storm that they had to ride through. Insane. I think that was the race that Oscar Sevilla was at. Like 49 years old. And he went in the break for like 80 or 90 kilometers with one other dude that got caught. Oh, yeah. Who's the EF guy that had to carry his bike? Oh, why don't I know his name? You guys know who he is. The EF rider, tall, lanky American dude. Yeah, neutral service showed up. He said no. They couldn't put the wheel on his bike for some reason. They gave him a neutral service. He just laughed at the bike. Then he started running with his bike. Yep, fresh breeze. Awesome. Guys, this race is going to be over soon. We're on lap 7 of 8. Love doing these. They are shorter events for me, so it's kind of different. It's not the 4 to 6 hour live streams every day, but man, I miss streaming, dudes. Nice is taking off his gloves. Guess he's warming up, throws him to the pits. Yeah, that's exactly what he did. Pretty cool how they had the pits there. Yeah, you can throw gear. I guess he decided he doesn't need gloves anymore. It's 1 degree Celsius maybe. He's a hard man. He's from Belgium. They're used to this kind of cold. Tell you one thing too, when they wear their like leg warmers underneath their shorts, man, it makes their legs look massive. I just noticed too that yours is not wearing leg warmers. He's just wearing shorts. What an animal. It would have been freezing out here today. Yeah, it's not Brandon McNulty because Brandon was there. I know the name. I think it's like a P or something. Dudes, I gotta go look. I have to look now. I can't stand this when I don't remember this. I'm gonna know his name in 1 millisecond as soon as I see it. EF. We're gonna switch to road racing for a second, guys. We're gonna go to the teams. We're going to EF Education Easy Post. And Nielsen Powles, right here. I said his name started with a P, but I had Powles in my head. I was thinking like Wouter Powles or Wout Powles, whatever his name was. It's Nielsen Powles. This dude had to run his bike at the Maryland Classic and finished 18th when he probably could have won the race. So unfortunate for him. And we'll get back to CX here, guys. Thibaut Nice, again, walking the field, guys. 35-second gap back to Lawrence Fake. 3 seconds back, we got Neuenhaus and Jente Michaels. Then it's Emil Verstringer with Ryan Camp, Lars Vandenhaar. And then we got Andrew Strohmeyer in a pretty strong-looking group here. Niels van der Putter's there. Cameron Mason's up there. Toon Vanden Bosch. Toon Arts is there. And Kevin Kuhn. Andrew Strohmeyer is riding with the headers. Fastest riders in lap 7. Ryan Camp rode a 750 there, guys. Lawrence Fake at 751. Cameron Mason 752. Cameron Mason, remember, at the very start was dead last. He's now riding 11th, 12th place. Yep. Yeah, McNuggets. Yeah, Brandon McNuggets is UAE. Yep, that's right. Yeah, so he was there. Yeah, that Maryland Classic was a good race. Good race. Just obliterated by the rain, though. I think only maybe a quarter of the field finished. I think 40-something riders finished. Actually, which would have been maybe a third of the field. I think there's about 130 riders at the race. Thibaut Nice just putting on a show, a demonstration masterclass today, guys, of how to do it right. Just riding solo. And in CX, if you can be at the front, that's the best place to be. Any mistakes that happen, you don't have to try to avoid them. It's so much more important than road riding. We see it in road riding all the time, like be in the right position, be in the right position. It's so much more important in CX because the courses are narrower. There's only certain lines that you can even try to take. It's like sprint finishes. You need to be at the front until the final 3K, then get out of the way. Don's saying, yeah, people were dropping out all over the place. Yeah, they were just pulling out whenever. I think Quinn Simmons was at that race too. Yeah, I think Quinn was there. I think he quit. I'm pretty sure he quit in the rain. I could look that up. There's a quick way to do that. We can go to Thibaut Nice here. We can go to the PCS profile. We'll get to Lidl Trek. And I think Quinn was there. Quinn Simmons. Did Quinn Simmons ride Maryland? Quinn Simmons rode Maryland Cycling Classic. DNF'd. Thank you. Memory dialed in, folks. Just absolutely dialed in. Yeah, the rain was so horrendous, guys, that it was unbelievable. Dawn saying, I look forward to all the coverage this coming 2026 season. We're going to have loads of fun. Yeah, Dawn, and it's going to be more. It's going to be better. I know a lot more about all the riders that you don't really know about. It's not just Poggy. It's not just Jonas. It's the entire team behind them. It's the riders that are doing other races that you don't really know about either. So, guys, it starts Tour Down Under. We're going to be doing all the spring classics. We're going to do a Lula Tour. We're doing the UAE Tour. Poggy's not doing the UAE Tour. I just heard that announced. Poggy, yeah, that's a good point to bring up, guys. Poggy won't. We're on the last lap already, dudes. Poggy's not returning to racing, I think, until March for Strade Bianche. So that means he's not doing UAE. He's not doing the Tour Down Under because people were saying he was going to, but he's not. And you know what? Thibaut Nice jumping the planks again for the last time. Just the way Poggy's already talking, it's already like he's already thinking, man, I'm going to burn out again next year. He's already talking about schedule, life balance. I don't know. I think he's a dude that's going to retire before he needs to. I think he's just kind of like, yeah, I've had enough of this. And that's his personal choice. Like, that's his thing. Some guys will go forever and forever and be at the top and then start fading for years and years. Ooh, struggle here for Camp. It looks like he dropped his chain. It looks like on the planks. Got it back on really fast, though. In a horrible gear, it looked like there, though. When he bounced over, it looks like his chain just dropped off. So, yeah, Poggy was saying, it's about, fine, I'm not doing this, I'm not doing that. I'm going to start here. The Tour de France, of course. Milan-San Remo, Paris-Roubaix. He wants to win all the classics. Hasn't won those. Been very close in Milan-San Remo, but always someone figures out a way to beat him. But he said his first race will be Strade Bianche. And then went on to talk about finding life balance and being happy. Just think about the media expectations on that guy. And I think he's really quiet. I think he's really reserved. And I think he's just kind of done with it. And he's probably looking forward to retiring. And I don't blame him. It's whatever. Some people just thrive in it. Some people thrive in that environment. And other people are like, I hate it. It's kind of like you meet friends who love social media and friends who hate it. They don't like it. Cameron Mason now up to 9th place. 9th place. We're looking at Lawrence Fake here, riding 2nd place. This part of the field, the frost hasn't even left yet. Joris Nieuwenhuis, Jente Michaels in 4th. Verstringer in 5th. Dawn saying, Yeah, Matt's saying Poggy should do UA Tour first spec. Dude, that's what I kind of thought too. He should. But they've twisted it now, or, whatever they said, that they want to show that other UAE riders can win. Well, yeah, of course they can. They have the most powerful team in cycling. But yeah, he probably should do the UAE Tour. There's so much focus on the Tour de France, though. Like, I don't think he hasn't won the Vuelta. He could win the Vuelta very easily, but that could compromise his Tour de France. Well, that's kind of a weird way to say it, but his number one focus is Tour de France. Number one focus, Tour de France. Tour de France, same as Lance Armstrong. Number one focus, Tour de France. Thibaut Nice already signaling to crowds, already giving thumbs up, riding around the course. He's riding around thumbs upping people past the Powell's mayonnaise bottle onto the pavement here, strolling to the finish line. Yeah, so Poggy's thing is it's all about the Tour de France. If he goes all out to win the Tour, it kind of hurts him for La Vuelta. I don't think he wants to go to La Vuelta and not win. So maybe it would have to be on a year that he doesn't do the Tour de France. Thibaut Nice wins. Looks like Sveik is going to be second. It is Sveik coming in second here. Only 6 seconds down. Joris Nieuwenhuis in third. Jente Michaels in fourth. Watching this all live, guys. With the time gaps here, it just shows me how much Thibaut Nice got off the gas in that last lap. He had like a 45-second lead and it was down to 5. And I think that was him letting up. Verstringer gets 5th place. 6th place will be Camp. Camp's the guy that struggled over those planks. I think he dropped his chain. Big sprint here between Mason. Yeah, Mason, another rider here. Cameron Mason finishes in 9th. Remember, he started the day in 45th place with the mechanical. Worked his way through the Van der Putter in 10th. Kevin Kuhn in 11th place. Strohmeyer from the U.S. finishes in 12th place. Just crossed the finish line. Pim Ronhaar. I know this guy, Balois Glowy Lions, coming in next. Very easy to tell this guy from a distance. 13th place here. Gives a little head shake at the finish there. Getting a bit of a replay here. What's going on back here? Ooh, crash in the background. Was that Joris again? No, that was Verstringer crashing earlier. That would have been probably on the last lap. So that kind of threw him out of contention there for a high place finish. So Ronhaar's through in 13th. Toon van den Bosch in 14th. Yeah, but Don's saying, I think Poggy will shift his interest to other things after he has won 5 or 6 Tour de France's and some of the other ones. Vuelta 2027 for Poggy. Yeah, perhaps. And, sometimes when I'm probably reading into it, just the way he talks, he is, like I said, he's a very private dude. Sprint finish here for Van Turenhout and Boros. Van Turenhout did finish. Wow. I thought he was out. I kept looking to see that he was out. He just didn't show up in any of the scoring. Yeah, Thibaut Nice here at the finish. Doesn't even look like he's really that tired. Not one speck of mud on him. Wow. Thibaut Nice wins the first round of the UCI Cyclocross Championships series this year. Remember, guys, there's 12 rounds to do. Some of these rounds are like a day or two apart. Last lap coming around for a 709er. You got her, Don. Love the 709er. Yeah, so I think, again, with Poggy, I might read into too much. Like, he's just like, well, we'll see what happens. It's all about being happy, life balance, da, da, da. Maybe it's just he's probably so reserved and quiet. You're never going to see Poggy, like, yelling and shouting or being brash. It's just not his style. But to me, I read it as he's kind of like, yeah, man, I'm kind of getting done with this. I'm probably reading it wrong. Hopefully I am. Sully, dude, thanks for being here and educating me about U.S. cycling. Dude, I hope you come back. I think we got a race next weekend. Do we have a race next weekend, guys? I think we do. I think we got a race next weekend. Flamanville. Yep, we do. Let's check this out. So Flamanville next week, guys. The only coverage I get to see are women's elite and men's elite. It is November 30th, so we're 1 week away from doing that. I hope you guys can all join me there for that. And like I said, guys, we're getting pretty close to getting Where am I on road? I'm on CX here. I just want to show you guys something. World Tour races, November 20th. They're showing the men's race. The women's start on the 17th. So we got the women's race on Jan 17th. We got CX to take us through all the way, which I love. We got the men's Tour Down Under starting on the 20th of January. We got the Cadell Evans Great Ocean Road Race. February 5th is the start of the UAE Tour for the women. I'm doing that. The men started on the 16th. There's the Alula Tour. Then, you know, all those awesome Belgian, Dutch races in February and March. It's going to be insane. Hope you guys can join me. Dudes, I'm going to jump right away. Got a lot to do today. Got to go outside and feed animals. Thanks for watching. Please like the video so other people can see the videos and get my channel out there so I can continue to do this going forward.